Are you looking for a podcast about the most brutal comic book death ever?
Well, then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Oh! Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
How are you today?
I'm lovely. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good today. But I am ready to crack into this. I really,
yes,
really
please.
am. So let's do it. What you got?
I got a motherfucking Oktoberfest beer. I love these so much. I should have gotten 300 of them. I need to go back and get more before they cancel this one.
Yeah, you do.
I think it's canceled in the appropriate term. The beer isn't
when I do
misbehaving.
pickleball, man.
See what?
When I go to pickleball next week,
Yes.
I'm going to take a picture of the bar top, and you pick whatever I'm going to drink for the night.
Okay. I'm sure they have a stout, right?
Yeah, I forgot what they said it was called. Someone was like, well, this is like Guinness adjacent. And I was like, I guess.
I've heard the term milk stout, and that sounds terrible to me. But people seem to like them.
that.
Milk stout?
I'll...
You don't want a creamy milk beer?
That... Ugh. Ugh, okay. No, I'm good. Anyway, I wanted to update you a little bit about a topic from yesterday. Last week, I mean.
Okay.
So, talked about how the gameplay demo came out for the James Bond game thing, right?
Yeah, it's very Hitman.
Did I tell you that, the internet was prepared to not like it very much?
Oh, really?
They were
Why?
all like, it's probably just Hitman. Like they probably thought it was just a skin of a game. It's
Okay.
just the Hitman game, but you're calling him 007. It's just Agent 47. It's the same fucking game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think everybody expected something, got something different, because everybody's mind completely fucking flipped. We all love it. We all think it's the greatest thing.
Good.
Well, this will lead into my next topic, but I went to a birthday party over the weekend, and we played a board game that was exceptionally long.
Okay. Some of the best ones are.
As I was waiting for my turn from time to time, I would just, open my phone, and I was going to, my little news feed section, just refresh to see what kind of news stories were on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I got one I thought you might find interesting. I think I will share my screen on this. It is for the collector's edition of that James Bond game.
They're already doing collector's edition?
Yeah, so this is called the Legacy Edition.
Oh, this looks freaking cool.
So let me start over here with you first, because this is amazing to me. So first of all, this is the steelbook for the game.
That's classy.
This is a magnet that goes in the embossed area right there.
That's such a cool little feature.
That is innovative, I'm telling you. I tell you what. Why? But it's just a flourish. That's a cool flourish. I don't need
really
that.
Cool.
But why the fuck not? Because then I can just put that magnet on my fridge.
Yeah,
put it on my desk here. And then put it back on the case when I don't need it. That's just great. That sets it apart. It's a difference.
That's good
and
design.
That's what I think we miss. You know, we don't do unique things just to do them no more.
Yeah.
But the whole thing about this edition is the fact that you do get a complete life-size replica of the golden gun.
That is
of
really
James Bond fame.
Pretty.
I know you're not a big James Bond person, right? So you don't know what the golden gun is all about.
No, yeah. I don't know much about it.
There's a guy who assassinates people, and he uses a golden gun. But he's such a good assassin, all the pieces are normal objects on his person. So, this is a lighter. This is his cigarette case. This is a pen. And this is, another thing. Oh, and that's, his cufflink. So he literally will,
start
taking things out, make a fucking gun, and then, disappear into the nothing. He's, the greatest assassin. Well, anyway, it's a life-size replica of it. It's pretty great. I mean, this is a pretty solid edition, I guess. You got a steelbook, you got the replica, some DLC packs. What would you pay? Because the idea, what would you pay for the replica? Because we know that's essentially what you're buying.
Yeah,
What would you pay for the replica?
Does it specify what kind of metal it is? Is it 24 karat plated or something?
We don't know.
Okay.
No, we don't know.
I'm going to assume it's not.
19 inches of Venom.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 2 something, maybe.
Yeah.
God of War Ragnarok with the fucking hammer and all the D&D dice and all the little like wood carved figures and all that shit. $250. This can't be a lot of money, right?
See, I was going to place this one in the realm of like $225.
That sounds okay to me. This is a $300 edition.
That's too much. We're losing the plot, guys.
The internet is livid. They're all like, that is really cool, but only some James Bond knucklehead really wants this for $300. And I'm like sitting there staring at it like, you think we got $300?
Yeah, I'm kind of knucklehead. Not me, that's for sure.
I mean, it's really cool. I would love to say that I have that, but like $300 is pretty fucking stout, man.
Yeah, that's a piece of money.
That's really stout. It's really fucking cool. I love looking at it. I've looked at it all weekend, but you could pay me to buy this if you paid me $300.
So, I'm trying to like rationalize it here. How much does the game cost just on its own? Is it a $70 game?
So since it's a deluxe edition, I'm going to say you're probably going to run 80. I'm going to say, let's just go to their website. Because this is where I signed up. Maybe they have on there that it is gold lined or something,
Yeah. Because I'm thinking like if you pay $80 for the game, and then you get the special steelbook and the special magnet that goes within the steelbook, that would be an additional $15 on top of that. So like $80.
I think a steelbook should be wrapped up in the $80 because you don't typically buy steelbook games for a higher price.
Really? So they're just the same?
Yeah, when I got my Last of Us Part 2 steelbook, that was the $60 game.
I would
Uncharted
think that you'd pay extra for
3
that.
or 4 and all that stuff. I paid more because it was the deluxe one, so I was getting the like DLC shit, but the steelbook was really not. Okay, so like, spoilers for pre-ramble that we normally do. I did buy Ballerina in steelbook today.
Yes.
So a 4K is usually $30, but the steelbook is like $35. So you're talking maybe $5 for a
But
case.
then the cool magnet feature. How much would you pay just for that magnet?
Fine, $5. So let's say 10 for that then. So you're saying $90 now for case and game.
So then for that gun collectible. Okay, so then also include on top of that, there's like skins and DLC and shit that comes with this.
That should be in the $80.
It should be. But
Man, they're really nickel and diming us, huh?
Yeah.
I hate this.
I'm going to say that's another $10 on top of it, just to make it an even cool $100 for all the stuff that's not the gun. And then the gun itself, that collectible.
$200 for that, though? I hate that.
If it's like heavy, like a real metal, a solid one, and not just like some hollow tin piece of shit,
yeah,
I could see it being priced at $200.
The game is $70.
Okay. I'm really stretching it. I don't think this is worth $300. I'm just trying to like put my shoes on and pretend to be a company girl.
I just really how would you know if it was, because what it would have to be gold plated? What would you say is the gold part of it?
I know for a fact that they're like, if they're not advertising up front, this is 24 karat gold on this here gun, then it's not gold at all. It's just some yellow metal.
Yeah. Which is then what's the deal? I'm really about this. I really want to play it. But what the fuck, guys?
This rakish little dude is so Ethan Hawke coded. Just a waif of a spy.
Oh, so you can't even really look it up on IO's site. You have to go to where you go to buy it. And it's not going to be listed on Amazon or anything like that. So they're just literally not saying.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
And that's how you know it's not real gold.
Exactly. So, anyway, I just wanted to tell you, I'm playing that game, and I see that, and I'm like, fuck, I like this. This is really neat. This is really cool.
It's cool, but it is not $300 cool.
No. But what I thought you might think was cool was we went to this birthday party. We were specifically invited early so that we could play a game that most people probably would not play, and we played it for, our round was 7 hours.
Holy shit. That's so long. What game?
It felt like 3, maybe. It should not have been that riveting. But we played Empire Builder.
I've never heard of this.
Have you? Okay. Good. I have a board game for you. Okay. Empire Builder. I feel like this will speak to Richard because it is a train game.
Oh, trains.
It's about trains. Okay.
Is it like Ticket to Ride?
I think so. I think it's a harder, older brother to Empire Builder. Is kind of the vibe that was given to me. Because I don't know what Ticket to Ride is.
It's pretty simple.
This is simple, yet robust. So the deal with Empire Builder, which I thought you would quite enjoy, this is the kind of like original version. This is not the one we played. We played the one that had Mexico included in the map. But so the gist would be, you are a train, and you are taking goods and services across the country. And to win, you have to connect 6 major cities and have a certain amount of money by the end.
Okay.
You are given a sheet of paper with every good that is available for purchase or sale. And so the idea would be, okay, so you get these 3 cards, and basically you're given a city. So let's say Oklahoma City here. They want oranges because they don't really grow fruit, right?
Okay.
Well, oranges pretty much grow over here, like in Atlanta and all that stuff. So maybe I will start from Atlanta. Your train can move 9 spaces, and you can only carry 2 goods at a time.
Okay.
You can build train tracks up to $20 million per turn. And so you have to get like a dry erase marker or a crayon, whatever you want to use, and you have to draw from each point. Okay, so you can't see my mouse, right? No.
Yeah, I can.
You can't? Good. So let's say I'm this one right here. So this is 1 million. Let me zoom in. So let's say I want to start from Atlanta, and I'm going to start working my way that I'm building train tracks to Oklahoma City.
Okay.
I would go 1, 2, 3, right? Because each
Just
dot
like
is
moving along
$1
little
million.
dots. Yeah.
But let's say I started here, and I went 1. Oop, this is a mountain. It's harder to build tracks in the mountain, so that's 2 million. So here I went 1, 3 million, 5 million,
Okay.
6 million, 7 million, 8 million, and then you go from there. And you can build up to 20 million per turn. And by the end of it, you are trying to basically build your track all around that you can move your 9 spaces and get around the country to gather a good, to take it from one place to another, to get money, and end up having connected like Seattle. So you need to have your track touching 6 of the major cities. Which on this like original one here is all of them.
It seems like such a simple concept. This took 7 hours?
Yeah.
For 4 people?
Horribly so. 5 people.
That's a lot.
Well, yeah, because then you're sitting there going like, okay, I don't have money to build any more train track. Okay, so of what I have, because you can't just pick any good to take anywhere. You draw cards and say, okay, I only have orders for this.
Okay.
So, okay. And there's 3 orders per card, but you can only use 1 on each card. So let's say this one's like, all right, this place wants cattle, this place wants oranges, and this place wants cotton. Well, I don't have access to cattle, so I'm not going to try to do that one. That one's worth the most. Well, shit, I can't make the most money from this card. The middle option's pretty good. I could get here, but it is further. I'm going to go with the cheapest one and just get to a place and get back.
Okay.
So then you're trying to plan that, because the more money you make, the more track you can build, because also only 2 people can be in one of these smaller cities. So let's say this blue guy has one going into Cheyenne. Let's say the green guy went into Cheyenne. The red guy can never go to Cheyenne now. He can never draw his track to that place. And if Cheyenne's the only place that you can get cattle from, I can never fulfill a cattle order now.
Shit. So you're like actively competing against the people at the table.
Yes. But I can go to Cheyenne, but let's say I get really close. I can actually use your track, kind of Monopoly style, and I can pay you to use your track to get in and out of Cheyenne.
Pay me money. Railroad.
So I can pay you so that I can get the good that I want to go make more money. And will that be beneficial to me in the long run? You know? So actually, Taylor won the game because Alan had to pay her money to use her track for a city, and he was short by the winning number by $1 million, which is just the $1 bill. So he was short $1, and Taylor was able to fulfill her final order on the next turn and won. And the place literally cheered because Alan never loses. And Taylor did it. I was doing horribly in this game.
I feel like I would do horribly in this game too, but it looks interesting. So like you draw on the board, like you use like dry erase markers and stuff to get across it?
Yes, we did crayons. I would highly fucking suggest dry erase markers because
crayon seems like an ordeal.
Crayon was hard. I was not a fan of that. And some of the colors blended, so I was like, wait, is that brown or is that red? I don't know which one it is. It was actually super fun to try to plan out and plot, like, okay, how can I get here? How can I connect this? If I do this, can I block off this section of the map so really it's a monopoly for me? You know? Because if I were... So, like, these 2 people in San Francisco... Maybe I never really want that good. I could just build a track out of... So, like, this red track here. What if I just did that? My players doing, like, Winnipeg to over here. I can just build a track here to lock out that city just to do it. I don't ever have to use the track, but I've locked someone out now. Yeah, so you're literally, like, playing the game. You know what I mean?
I struggle with games like this where you compete against the other players at the table because I'm just, like... My... want is coded to like want to help everyone. Be like, oh, this would be faster if you go this way. And like I've played too many cooperative games at this point where I can no longer have competitive mindset at the board gaming table.
I mean, we weren't really competing. Everybody was literally just trying to make do.
Yeah.
But then it, you know, like in the early game, it's kind of hard to sabotage. It's only really late game when someone's got, you know, $800 million and they're like, well, I can just afford to build anything everywhere. And I'm like, I have 5 million. I can only buy 5 spaces, and the place I want is 6 spaces away.
Chicken nuggets.
So actually, I was grateful because it's my first time. So I was given a mulligan. I was building my way up to New York City here, and I was 4 spaces away, and I forgot to build the last 4 spaces. So I upgraded my train with the last of my money so I could move 12 spaces instead of 9.
Shit.
Went and got my good to only realize I can never deliver it where it goes because I used all my money to build my train, and now I have no money to finish the track with the goods I have in my wares. So my game was over. Like, I literally fucked it up right there. But I was graced a mulligan and was shot back 3 spaces per turn that I had taken my 12, you know, so that it netted out to the 9. I was able to build my track and keep going. Wasn't last place. I was pretty close to it. But it was actually super fun, and I don't know if you'd hate it. I don't know that you'd hate it.
It seems fun.
It was actually really fun.
I like games like this. I'm not good at games like this, but I enjoy them.
I would love to play like a digital version of this.
Yeah, that would be cool.
You know?
Easier than crayons.
Yeah. It was super fun, though. So I just thought I'd tell you about it. We played this for 7 hours. And then we played, now look, the name is questionable, but we did play, it's kind of like Werewolf.
It's called Secret Hitler.
It's Secret Hitler.
I love Secret Hitler.
I loved Secret Hitler. It was so good.
So much fun. I would be stoked to play it with our group because it's just like, I love social deduction games and I don't often get to play them. And it's just like, I like to lie sometimes.
I'm hoping everyone will just, like, forget about all this eventually.
Okay.
But, like, I feel like I wasn't great on the first run. Like, I was literally just trying to, like, do the liberal agenda, because I was a liberal at the time. And then, like, I kind of heard how people were strategizing, and next thing you know, I was a fascist, right?
We're talking about the game.
yeah, the game. And I was like, ooh, I could actually, like, I think I'm getting the strategy. So someone passed me a liberal and a fascist thing to play on the board, and I picked the liberal one, and they forgot about me.
Ah.
And I was like, this is riveting.
Yes, it feels great.
Because what was funny was one person got Hitler 3 times in a row.
Holy shit.
So it kind of became like a game of odds. Like, there's no way. So I knew he was, and I was like, all right, who am I going to nominate for Chancellor? And I was like, right, guys, like, there's no fucking way it's him, right? And they were like, of course it's not. And I was like, exactly, you're a safe bet. And then we voted him in, and I went, yeah, you guys lose. It was great. I felt phenomenal. I was riding so high. It was the best
such
feeling.
A good time. I love to play that game. It's so easy to just, like, accidentally pass the wrong card. Oops. And then, like, gaslight somebody about it and be like, no, that's your fault.
Yeah. It was highly entertaining. I did not think I would enjoy that much because, like, I like Werewolf. I don't love Werewolf.
Yeah.
I loved Secret Hitler.
It's a good time.
I loved that one. It was phenomenal.
I watched a YouTube thing of a bunch of comedians playing a game called Blood on the Clock Tower. Have you heard of that one?
I have, but I don't really know what it's about.
Ooh, it's like Werewolf, but it's way more intense because there's like 25 different roles. And there's just like so much stuff happening. And like it's basically a huge logic puzzle. And I found out that the like local board game bar does a Blood on the Clock Tower like every Sunday, and I'm like, I wanna fucking go. But I feel like it would be a really tough game if you don't know the people that you're playing with, because how do you know if they're lying? I feel like it would be very hard. But I would.
Which was great because a lot of the people there didn't know me. And one person that did, he was like, he's not normally like this. I think he's playing just deadpan today, because like I was completely poker face for everything. And they were like, are you even having fun at this party? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then like when I won, I was like, oh yeah. And they were like, oh shit, he was literally just playing the game. Okay. I wouldn't tell people nothing, good or bad. I would say nothing. And then what are your feelings on this? We had someone play whose entire role, not the role in the game, their role in life, is chaos.
Okay.
So they were literally playing things simply to cause mayhem. Not because they were playing towards the liberal or fascist side of the thing. They were just being chaotic. And it made it kind of way more fun.
Okay. It sounds like it would be a nightmare.
You couldn't know. Like, he would nominate somebody but still vote no for them. And they were like, why? That's your person. And he's like, I don't know. Why not?
I guess it makes
and
things
how do you
interesting.
read anything, Like, how do you know?
Yeah.
It's pretty great. But that game was phenomenal. And then we ended it with one other one that's complete trash. Please avoid at all costs.
Okay, what is it?
You know how every game these days is just Cards Against Humanity.
Oh my god, yes.
Some variation.
Mm-hmm.
This one was called, like, Horrible Therapist or Terrible Therapist.
I've seen, like, stuff about that on TikTok. It just looks boring.
I mean, you're basically doing Cards Against Humanity, but you're building a comic.
Yeah.
But it's never funny.
Yeah.
I mean,
basically.
it was actually more funny, the fact that no matter how... Because we were playing with, like, 8 people. 9 people are putting cards in, and not one of them was funny. That was funny in and of itself. We were like, this game blows. We did, like, 2 rounds and said, fuck this game. But anyway, Empire Builder, I just thought was weirdly, strangely riveting for building train tracks across the United States and transporting sugar to Chicago.
Very cool.
But it was a good time. So if you ever get a chance, I think it's worth at least a play.
Yeah.
I think you'd have a good time. But that's just a couple things that happened this week. I think everyone's here for something else that's happening this week.
Yes, we have so much to talk about.
And I think we should get to that. So let's take a quick break.
Let's do
it. Oh, you think you know what happened to me? Look, I'm back, and I'm about to unearth all the secrets in Old Cove. So do a little refresher on Season 1 and get caught up before Season 2 arrives. Trust and believe. You don't want to miss what's coming.
Welcome to Severed, a podcast suite that offers a rotation of content centered around true crime to paranormal cases. Severed True Crime covers high to low profile true crime cases like the Westfield Watcher, The Staircase, The Keepers, and other binge-worthy favorites on Netflix. Severed Paranormal peers into the corner moon windows of the Amityville Horror House, the Conjuring House, and other mysterious cases, locations, and urban legends.
I'm Harry Chambers.
And I'm Drew Hudson. We want you along for this investigative and haunting roundup. Scare you soon.
We are at the pentultimate. That's the word, right?
I think you had an extra T in there. Penultimate.
Penultimate? I like the Pentatonics Ultimate. Monster Monday. I'm not even like crazy about it. Like, this is we're there.
I'm actually kind of sad that it's coming to an end. I don't
like,
know what to do with myself when it's done.
Next week, guys.
Yeah.
Like, it's over. It took everything to not watch these last 3. By the way, I
thought after episode 71 you might throw away your television.
No, I have to know. I have to know everything. I have to know. Because I was telling someone about it today. I was like, I think you knew you were going to get me with a show. Because you know that I like a show about ideas.
Yes, this show is ideas.
Like, this is not really an action-y show. This is not a bombastic, wild ride.
Yeah.
This is literally just like, sit and think about that. How do you feel about that?
It's very much a quiet contemplation type of show. Like, it has a lot of things to say, and it says them, and it explores those ideas, which I love. We'll get more into like this type of talk, I think, next week when we do our full monster finale. But yes, that's one of the reasons I brought the show to you, is because like it is ideas.
There's the idea that gets brought up in like episode 70. Like episode 3 of this run that we're talking about, that I can't quit thinking about, because it is weirdly genius. It's not like, just because something is genius doesn't mean it's necessarily good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the atomic bomb is genius.
Totally.
That is a genius, monumental feat, but that doesn't mean it's a good thing to use often or at all. You know what I mean? Like, genius is genius, but it can be on a good or bad side, depending on how you view that genius, you know?
Yeah. And
there's just something that gets said that I was like, I've never thought of something this way before. And it is quite brilliant. I'm just fascinated by that concept now.
I'm really excited to get to that part, because I don't know what you're talking about.
It was like, it's such a throwaway line that Nina says. So we'll get there.
Okay.
So here we go. Episode 68. Ruinheim.
Ruinheim. Quiet town. Quiet house, I guess. Which
Quiet
we
home.
come to learn later. Yeah.
Right? Quiet home? Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so Lunge shows up to Ruinheim with the postcard. Which I paused it to read it this time.
Yeah.
And it just says Lipsky Bonaparte.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have the other name.
Is his name just Lipsky?
Yeah, his name is Lipsky, and then something with a K.
Bonaparte. I thought his last name was Lipsky, which sounds very much like a last name.
Oh, God, come on. Monster Lipsky. Yeah. Yarmir Lipsky.
Okay, so Yarmir is his first name.
Oh, so actually, that was on the top line. So it said Yarmir Lipsky Bonaparte.
Okay, we got a hyphenated last name situation. Got it.
It wasn't written that way, but yeah. I think that gets revealed, like, what the deal is with the thing in the next one. I don't even think it's in this one that we really talk about the card yet.
Yeah, we don't really get to anything about the card. We just know that Lunge has it, and we don't really know why. And you and I ended up looking up why the card said Lipsky Bonaparte last time, just organically in discussion of the show.
Yeah, so we'll get there in 2 of this round, 69.
Yeah. Lunge is, I think this is really the first time that he's kind of ahead of us as the audience, because for so long we've been like yelling at the screen like, Lunge, it's not Tenma, or like, Lunge, you're looking in the wrong place. He's always a little bit behind where we are.
Just like you said, he's been missing for a time.
Yes.
He's been doing the work in all that missing time. Like, he's been not sitting stagnant. So he did progress and leave us, but we just didn't watch him do it.
Yeah, we're left in the dust, which is, I think, a really cool thing the show does. Like, it hasn't done this to us before, where somebody, like, knows something that we don't. And actually, like, several people at this point kind of know things that we as the audience don't.
Yeah.
So we'll dig into all that. But, yeah, so, I mean, he arrives in this little sleepy town. It's very quiet. It's a chill place. There's, like, 10 people who live here, and we pretty much meet all of them.
Pretty much, which is strange, considering it is actually a vast town.
Yeah.
And there's not even 10 people, because we see way more.
We do.
People later.
So
but 10 people that we care about.
Yeah. This episode really is about establishing like the main players for the rest of the show. So we meet a few different people. We meet that wheelchair-bound old man and his wife, presumably. Who there are a couple of outsiders that are hanging out at the hotel. What is this hotel called again? Versteg, that's right.
Versteg.
So we got the old couple. We got Lunge.
Wimnap.
Whomst?
His name was like Wim.
Oh, Vim. Yeah, the little kid.
Vim. Yeah.
Wimnop.
I mean, that's how it's spelled. Well, we don't care about his last name because they only ever call him Vim, but his last name is Nop.
Okay.
But, so yeah, we meet Vim.
And his drunk-ass dad.
Don't meet his dad yet, I don't think. Do we see him yet?
I don't think we do, because there's a brief moment, actually, when he kicks him out, and he's like, go get me some booze. And that's when he ends up walking off, and there's plot about that later on.
We meet Elsa.
The hot dog girl?
Yeah, hot dog girl. Sausage girl. We also meet, again, Grimmer.
Grimmer's back!
Favorite guy.
I was so excited. I
voice.
did not expect him to come back, to be honest. I was so happy to see him again. So it's kind of the perfect time for him to come up, too, because, like, Vim, we meet him, and he's just, like, this sad sack of a kid. Like, he works at the hotel and seems to enjoy his job, and he's good at it. He, like, helps people, take bags in. He's an attendant. And he got his bike from the garbage, and it's a fine bike. But, of course, all the kids in town make fun of him for it. We get to see Vim
trash boy,
beat up and bullied so much in this, and it makes me so sad because Vim's such a sweet baby. And he keeps getting, like, kicked by his dad, too. Like, everything, he leads a sad little life. But
he really does.
The fact that... like right after we see him for the first time, like crash his bike and get, dunked on by a bunch of stupid bullies. And we like pan up to this smiling man who's like, you're going to be okay, kid. And it's fucking Grimmer, like an angel out of the sky. I was so happy to see him.
I really didn't think he was coming back to the show at all. Like,
Same.
I thought we got the time, he made an impact and just moved on with whatever he was attempting to accomplish.
Yeah.
But I guess I didn't realize he was attempting to accomplish what he tells us he is later. I was like, oh shit, like he had an agenda.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought he was just like trying to figure out his life.
Yeah.
Being what he was. That's kind of what I thought his deal was.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go off and like learn to navigate his emotions on his own, but no, he had a whole agenda, like you're saying. And he and Lunge end up at the same hotel, of course, because there's like 2 whole hotels in town, and it seems like the Hotel Versteg is the place to be.
Yeah. Who's the guy that runs it? I can't remember his name.
I don't know his name either, except for the name we learn later.
And, they don't. Yeah, it's really not written, but like he's like the nicest guy, and he's helping Vim like put the chain back on his bike. He's like, "Oh God, we got to do it again because this can be a 5-speed in no time." And he's like a really sweet old man.
Yeah,
who's just running this place, and he's. I don't know if you felt this way, but I don't feel like we as people can just talk to other people existing like we're a shared species on this planet. Because at one point, they're in the hotel, and the old couple's talking about like a postcard and stuff, and then like the like proprietor guy just comes up and goes, postcard's just the best way to write down your thoughts and feelings, like, you know, there's nothing like it because it's just so freeing, and it's just like literal communion conversation.
I was thinking
like,
the exact same thing when I was watching this, because like they tell Lungay, they're like, you should write a postcard. Do you have a grandchild? You should write a postcard to him. And Lungay's like, I never thought about that. I could write a postcard to my kid, but I don't know what I would say because he doesn't speak yet because he's a baby. Maybe I could draw something. And they have like a moment, a shared moment.
That was so funny.
But yeah, I clocked it too.
Yeah, that. Okay, good. Because I was like, these are literally 3 parties of people with 0 ties to one another.
Yeah.
And like, your tie is we are people.
Yes.
Existing and navigating the world and space around us together.
Yeah.
And we just don't fucking do that.
No,
like,
we don't.
It's I even told you, because remember, I went and saw the Ninja Turtles movie, and I said I felt compelled to talk to that old lady because what an experience. Your experience coming to this is so vastly different from mine, and that's fascinating because we both came to a shared place with a shared interest, and that's amazing. 90 whatever years old to like 36. Why are we both here? That is human, and that's something to be explored. And these people are just talking, and I'm glad that you picked up on that too, because I was like, this is the shit Kelsey talks about that is so good about being people.
Yeah, I wanted to be there with them in that moment.
It felt so warm, and it felt like you could say anything, and it wouldn't be like, well, that was stupid. Why would you say that?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what you would hear from any normal person now. If you were to talk to them, they'd be like, why are you talking to me? Why would I care about the thoughts that rattle in your brain?
Yeah.
You know? So that just really like warmed me, and I was like, I like this. This is really, really nice.
It was a nice moment.
So
and that's kind of the last peaceful moment we get, because pretty much shortly after that, there's a gunshot in town, and they like all we know about this town is that it's like super isolated in the mountains. It's very quiet, a sleepy little village. Nobody from the outside ever really goes there, so it's unusual that we have all these people showing up at the hotel, and suddenly a gunshot is fired, and everyone starts talking about it. Like rumors are spreading, like, no, it was just a car backfiring, or like, well, I don't know, could have been this guy, could have been that drunk dude. And
we basically get everybody's reasons in the town. So there's the one lady with the dog. She just has a loud dog. The sausage lady just wishes for a man to come like whisk her away because, you know, small town vibes.
Yep.
I think we even get, I don't know if we like fully meet him, but we have this guy Conrad who like makes jam in the town,
jam
and he just
maker.
likes to like share his jams with people. So he has the proprietor guy go, "Do you like how that tastes? This is the guy. He told me to show his picture because like you wouldn't suspect this dude." And they're like, "That's fucking phenomenal. We're all cool
such a
people."
Sweet moment. Like that's the beginning of the next episode, and it like precedes another thing that we'll get there when we get there, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, for this one, so the gunshot happens. Suddenly the dog goes missing too. He's gotten off his leash. Ludwig is his name. Ludwig, the golden retriever. He's out and about in town, and the lady can't find him. She's starting to freak out. Like, what if somebody shot my dog? I don't know where he is. So Grimmer and Lungay both offer to separately look for the dog.
Yes.
And then they're, you know, out there doing their thing. One of my favorite, like, one-off lines is Grimmer is wandering through the woods, and some bird just, like, goes, "Ah," and goes past his face. And he threatens him. He's like, I'm going to, watch out, you're going to get a visit from the mighty Steiner or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's a bird. Chill out.
I was digging, because we don't okay, because Lunge is still claiming to be on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just living for himself. But you can't help but get this sense that when they meet and cross paths, because there's a scene where they're walking to meet the dog, to like go look for the dog, and they like interact and then cross paths away from one another.
Yeah.
That I was like, I feel like Lunge's here to like arrest him. Maybe not to arrest him specifically, but he's like, hey, that's a guy from the case that I know about. Like, I could do my job here.
Yeah, he's
I just
keeping
felt like he
tabs on
was
him.
so suspicious of Grimmer in a sense of like, this is a guy that I can take in because I'm the fucking best detective and I happen to stumble upon another crime that I can solve right now. Because there's the whole thing with Sook and like the shootings and all that stuff. So Grimmer was going to disappear, but who cares? Because he's nobody.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe Lunge's still remembering this because he remembers everything with his typewriter hands, that he just like goes, hey, that's another case, because he's got a collection of every case in his fucking brain. I felt like there was this animosity that
For
Lunge
sure.
was really clocking Grimmer, and Grimmer was kind of baiting him, is how it felt.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, he was aware that Lunge knew who he was, and he wasn't going to come out and be like, yeah, that's me. What of it?
And then we also have another side story with two other main characters at play.
Yes.
Henning and Franka Heineck. They are this elderly couple, and the wife plays the lottery every fucking week. Or every
single
day?
week. It might be every day, yeah. Like, she's out there all the time buying lottery tickets.
And they just live in this town, and so she fucking hits it big. Finally, after forever. And then you get this kind of, little side story about, like, paranoia of, like, oh my god, we won the lottery, and now this dog is missing, and everybody was staring at me weird.
Yes.
Everybody was staring at me weird.
The way that they build the paranoia is so, like, tangible, because you can see the line of thought. She's like, well, that guy that I met in the grocery store who happens to be Conrad, the lingonberry farmer, we connect those dots later on. So she's like, yeah, I met that random dude in the grocery store, and he was like, yeah, why don't you use my birthday? It's lucky. And so she actually uses his birthday. Those are the numbers that win. And then she's like, okay, if that guy knows that I used his birthday and he saw the lotto numbers get pulled, then he knows that I won, and maybe he told people, and now people are starting to look at us funny. And so the husband's like, I need to go buy 3 guns. He goes and just buys guns for no fucking reason. And that starts to set off a paranoia of its own. So, like, the fact that they have guns is, man, this is also fucking topical right now.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that the Powerball was really, really huge and everybody was playing it. It was up at $1.7 billion. It was wild. And then,
it was the largest one we'd ever had.
The ever? My God.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I didn't know that. I played. I did not win, unfortunately.
Boom.
But yeah, so, like, the just organic panic that they have just kind of, like, slowly brews and boils, and then they start to just see the devil in everything. They're like, okay, well, we need to protect ourselves, we need to be ready. And so that whole side plot is happening, and then meanwhile Vim is getting beat up again. The bullies are like, yeah, we threw your bike at the vampire's house. And I was like, what the fuck?
That.
There's a vampire now? What the hell is that? I was thinking maybe, like, Johan has moved here to the town and established a reputation really quickly.
I kind of was wondering that too. Or, like, well, maybe he's been known here and he, like, comes in and out,
Yeah,
so
maybe it's just, like, safe haven or something. Yeah. So I didn't know what the hell that was going to be. But so, like, in the whole kind of gloom and doom that's building in this, Lunge and Grimmer also have a moment where Grimmer asks Lunge kind of out of the blue, hey, do you think you're going to be able to stop the impending massacre that's going to happen in this town?
Yeah.
And we as the audience are like, what the fuck are you talking about? So that was a strange moment for me. I was like, what's going on? Like, what do they know that we don't?
Yeah, that's when they find the dog too. So they both find it. It's small talk, and then it's just like, you mean business, right? I mean business. Do you mean business? Yeah, we both mean business. And
yeah,
you're like, what business?
Yeah,
what
and they kind of learn that they're on the same team, and it's a very, like, tenuous relationship, like you said. You know,
Yeah.
it's adversarial, but they're going to be working together toward this greater good. So we have that whole situation going on, and then Vim is like, well, I got to go to the vampire house to go find my my
trash
bike. And then he sees a dead cat, which sucks. I didn't like
Yeah.
that at all. He walks up to the vampire's house, and there's just like a mauled cat out there. And
Which, by the way, coming up is like the worst line the show has ever given me in the history of time. There's a line
I'm
I fucking
excited to
can't
hear it.
stand.
Okay. So Vem goes inside the house, bypasses that poor dead cat, and he hears people inside. He's like, shit, the vampire's here. So he hides behind a big stack of paintings. And at that moment, I'm like, this is Franz Bonaparte's house, because we see all the paintings everywhere. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that's
Yup.
him.
And it would
So-
make sense for the vampire, you know?
Yes, exactly. Like the creepy old dude, of course, he's a vampire. And as the people are walking around the house, you hear that it's Lunge and Grimmer talking together, and they piece together that the cat has been shot with a submachine gun.
That's the
Which-
line. That's the absolute fucking line. I hated it because they find Vim all scared, and he's just like, hey, kid, everything's all right. And then Lunga's like, okay, you got the kid? By the way, did you notice that cat was shot with a submachine gun? And I'm like, that's not a line. That's not a real sentence ever. Fucking Lung. I hated that. Pulled me right out of the immersion. I was like, bad script. I hate this.
Yeah, that was weird. It was a very strange moment.
But it was so Lunge, though. Like,
Yeah, it really
was.
was.
Very Lunge. Because it was so because that's Lunge's thing. Because he just goes, okay, well, you take care of the kid. But did you notice that cat was shot with a submachine gun? Interesting, no? And I'm like, no, what?
No, not interesting. Stop talking
Why is
about
that what
it.
you clocked? But I guess at the same time that sets up this is the firepower we're going to go up against, because
Yeah, true.
you would know, I guess, if it was one shot, because I guess you would see a trail, so you go, this is an automatic weapon. It's like,
Yeah.
I get it, but I hated his delivery. I was like, dude, it was so funny to me.
Yeah. But then we get to the end of the episode, and we see Conrad, the lingonberry farmer. He's walking around in his little forest, collecting lingonberries for his awesome jam. And then suddenly a gun raises at him. And it's like, oh, shit, who is that? Because we don't see him.
Yeah. Nope.
We don't fucking know.
And then that's it.
And that's it for that episode. And then the
And then
next
the
one
show's
starts.
over. No.
Yeah. The next one starts with that awesome scene where it's they're serving the lingonberry jam at the hotel, and the guy's like,
Yes.
this is the dude that made it. He wants me to show you his photo so you can see a real human makes it. And it's very cute. And at this
they're
point,
like,
we don't.
well, we should get some more. This is amazing. It's like
Yeah,
the best part of being
jam
on vacation.
ever. And then we smash cut to poor Conrad, who's been shot in the fucking head and killed on his lingonberry farm. And
Yeah.
that's the dude that we saw at the end of the last episode. So we're putting the pieces together. We're figuring out what the hell's going on. But yet we are getting more mysteries because we don't know who's shooting who
Oh.
or why.
I don't know fucking nothing. I'm like, okay, why? What is this?
This,
What do you mean? What's going on?
yeah, this chunk of episodes I feel was like one of the most, like it's building this little noir mystery. Like this
Yeah.
section, the whole Ruinheim thing is very like cohesive as a unit, and the way that it
Oh, yeah.
builds is just so classic. Like it sets up all the characters. It shows that they each have different motivations for shit, and then like suddenly, gun. It's
And then
just
it
like
happens.
everything. Yeah, everything starts getting set off from here. So Lunge also relates his story to Grimmer at this point, where about like a massacre that erupted in a town, a sleepy little town, because one guy got a gun and got super paranoid that everyone wanted his gun or something, and that is what set off the whole thing. And so now, I think that's to signal to us as the audience to think like, oh, that lottery couple is actually into some shit. Like they're killing everybody for no reason at all.
Yeah. So actually, I never once considered they were killing people.
Really?
I never once considered that, because they felt like they so didn't know how to use those things. Cause
Yeah, they were really inept.
She was like, I've got the 3 and they do things. And she's like, why'd you get them? I don't know about them. But then they even said, well, let's just go find Conrad and we'll just say, hey, we can pay you off if you know that we used your birthday. So
Yes.
yeah, man.
So they walk up and they're on the Lingonberry Farm, they're looking for Conrad and they come upon his body, and the wife is like, holy shit, did you shoot him? And I'm like, you were there with him the whole time.
Hang on. Is it raining in this part when they find... No, that's when
Not
the
yet.
cop finds him later. Because that made me sad. Like, he's just, like, alone in the rain.
I know, it is really
and
sad.
empty nothing. And I was like, God damn. Like, just, like, reality really hit in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is when the cop finds... Okay. So, yeah. I think he even says that. He's like, woman, I'm right here.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, they find Conrad. So then now they're super more paranoid, and then they hide his body because it's just laying out in the open.
Yeah.
But they like hide him, and then they go back home to discuss like, well, do we tell the cops or do we go get our winnings and just like disappear now? Like, what do we do? Where should we go? What's the next step?
So that's their whole subplot is happening, and then meanwhile. Yeah. This is where things start to get really interesting. So we see Vim again getting his shit kicked, and I'm sick watching this kid get beat up over and over again. I'm tired of it. I feel so sad for him. And then some fucking freak comes up on Vim and is like, "Do you hate your bullies enough to kill them?" And we're like, "Who is this?"
My mind wanted to think that it was Johan.
Yeah,
because he would do that to a kid. Yeah, because,
for sure.
He's good at manipulating kids. But exactly, the voice wasn't there, so it was like, okay. I was picturing just like a bunch of people were coming. I don't know why, but I was like, because I still don't know the play.
Yeah,
but I was
at
like,
this point,
Johan has an upper elite of like generals, and to me, they were all coming to this town to simply wreak havoc for a reason I don't fucking get.
Okay, yeah. At this point, I was thinking like, okay, Franz Bonaparte is like maybe he's, I don't know, bored in his old age, and he's just like looking for a new kid to experiment on. Like, would you, if I gave you a gun, Vim, would you do crazy things?
Okay. So I honestly thought like Johan's coming to kill Bonaparte, right? So he's going to go find him or whatever. And we said like he's alive and all this stuff. I was like, that's old info. Like this fool's probably actually long gone. And so they're all acting on the hope of something that they can never have.
Yeah, because I mean, we've already seen his house
was.
and it's empty as shit.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. That's why I was like, yeah, this dude is not around anymore. And yet we keep doing things thinking we're going to find him. I was like, we're not going to find him. He doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
If he even really fucking did.
I know. I started to question that too. I was like, did he exist? Was he real? Is he a collective hallucination that everyone had? But the paintings are real. So like...
Okay, but that weirded me out too. Because they said something about like, how old are they here? 10. How many more paintings are there? Hundreds. And I was like, did he paint them through adulthood like how he imagined them? But it doesn't seem like he did. I think he painted them up to the last age he knew. Mm-hmm. And they kept trying to perfect it because then they were like, it's like he was never satisfied. Yeah. And I was like, what does this mean?
I know. Like, why did he keep on painting them? That was weird to me too. Like maybe he could never accurately capture the malice behind their eyes or something because he always painted them.
Which we know. Yep. Because, well, remember, he didn't paint the mom right.
Yeah.
She literally was so mad and he drew her sad.
That's
completely
true.
Different emotion.
Yeah.
So maybe that is it.
And the whole thing with Bonaparte and like emotions and stealing the emotions that he did for Grimmer, I feel like there's something there.
Yeah.
I think that's a key that we're going to take with us into the next portion.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I don't know things that happen, but I'm pretending like I don't at this moment because I'm like, what would I have thought? And I was like, oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting.
I like that.
So with all of these plots going on, Grimmer gets hungry and he goes to get a hot dog. And that's when he meets Hot Dog Lady. And I so badly want him to just like go away with this woman. Like they have a moment where they're flirting together. Really? And I was like, he's so cute with her. Like they could be happy. She just wants to get away from this place.
I did not want that because she was like, yeah, I'm just waiting for my knight in shining armor. And I was like, it's not you, Grimmer. Keep moving. Like, you have business.
You have things to attend to.
Business to do. I was like, I don't know. To me, that felt so like she would just like latch onto him because he was there. Because I don't know that he has anything to offer. That's why his wife didn't have anything to like. He can't offer her anything. He has no feelings. He has no emotion.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't want him to be with that girl because I feel like, yeah, he gets her out of the town and then she will be left wanting by him later. And I was like, no, he needs to just be like, be happy where you like appreciate the things you have because you don't know what worse you could have. That's what I was kind of hoping he was going to impart. He didn't do that. He just said, these sausages fucking rule, man. God, this is good food. He loved it.
He did. And then we like have a whole cutaway into a whole different thing because now we're back in Marionette Land and Tenma is here connecting the dots on how to find Bonaparte. So he's talking to the marionette guy and being like, who's your daddy? Where does he live? And
who's your daddy?
And he
I need
ends up...
I need a fucking Germany map because I was like, this stuff is really fucking close. But I mean, like, when I was in the UK, I mean, it takes you 3 hours to get around. It's not like...
It's not Texas. I'll tell you that much.
You know, we live in Texas. We're thinking like everything is like, God, that's like a day away. But really, you can get to one side of Germany to the other
pretty
couple
quick.
Hours. You know what I mean? So like, I kept going like, how are they getting around? But
yeah, they're just zipping
hard.
all over the place.
Okay, so where is Tenma?
Is Ruinheim an actual like place?
With Nina. I mean,
Nina and Tenma are currently in Prague.
they're in Prague.
So they're just across the border in Czechoslovakia.
Oh, okay, so they're over here. Oh, they're right there. Okay.
And Ruinheim is like a small
Ruinheim.
town in the mountains in South Germany is all we really know.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's like down here.
I would say like probably in Bavaria.
There's Rosenheim.
Mm.
I wonder
could be an
if that's
inspiration.
like...
Red Rose Manor, Ruinheim.
I think Ruinheim is just in Monster.
Yeah, it could be.
Ruinheim
just
is not a real town in Germany. It's a
Okay.
fictional location for Monster.
I think it makes sense to fictionalize that location because of what ends up happening there. They didn't want to make a real town do that.
Inspired by places such as Oberstdorf, or it could be a name like it literally was used just because it is known as Peaceful Town. So it's just like blanket Peaceful Town, Germany.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going to equate it to that one here, this Rosenheim down here. That just seems to be pretty good. But still, so Prague to there, I mean, what? You're talking 5 hours?
Yeah.
3 to 4 maybe?
Not long.
Not long. Okay. So that could work. That makes sense. Okay. I'm good.
Okay. So we learn that Nina is in the hospital. She's been in a hospital bed recovering from her sort of suicide attempt. Like she never actually shot herself, but she was certainly crumbling and definitely like she was about to before Tenma came up and saved her. Did you notice that Nina is looking much more like Johan as we get closer to the end?
Yeah.
They're starting to draw her like with that haggard look on her face and just the empty eyes.
Yeah, because she also was like, Tenma, I'm fine. I've gotten past it. I'm not going to do anything. You can tell me the stuff. Like, she just seems very tired.
Yeah, she's very like flat, less affected.
Yeah.
Just kind of a shell of what her former self could be.
Yeah.
So this is where Nina... Okay, so we have a little bit of exposition that comes from Lipsky here because he tells Tenma, and Tenma's like doing research at a library or something. I don't really know where he's at. But he learns that like after World War II, when the German people were chased from their native Bohemia, Bonaparte stayed there. And he actually married a Czech woman. They had a son who ended up being Lipsky. And Lipsky was part of the first Red Rose experiments. So he was one of the first kids. But Nina, like Tenma shows that picture to Nina and she's like, that was an inferior soldier. And he was like kicked out of the program. So.
But what's even better is that it's literal happenstance. He didn't know she knew him.
Yeah.
She didn't know he was looking for him. She just goes, oh, yeah, that's the failed soldier. And he's like, what? And she's like, I'm pretty sure that's the guy I stayed with in Prague. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the guy I stayed with.
Which
and
is so
like,
funny because he's like
where
10
the
in the
fuck is
photo.
this guy? I mean, he looked the same.
Yeah, he did.
He had the same
Receding
weird
hairline and
face.
all.
And she's like, oh, yeah, I'll tell you where he is. And he's like, I got to go fucking talk to this guy. If he hadn't brought up his little history lesson of, like, the research he was trying to do, he wouldn't be in this scenario right now. Like, he wouldn't even be in this part of the storyline right now.
Tenma, where Grimmer and fucking Lunge are out there doing, like, detective work and research and shit, Tenma's just kind of, like, stumbling into stuff as it happens to him.
Absolutely.
This is the part where Nina reveals what she believes Johan's true plan is.
And this is the thing.
Okay, I thought this might be the thing.
This is the thing. There's what she calls it.
Yeah. So she calls it the perfect suicide in true solitude, the only expression of love.
Bruh. Well, for me, it's the idea of the perfect suicide, because the idea of a suicide, trigger warning for that word, because, sorry.
We're going to talk about it a lot.
The idea of unaliving yourself is to remove yourself from the scenario, right? Is to disappear from what you have to deal with. But the people that you know will remember you. And I was like, oh, shit, that's the town. Mm-hmm. If you wipe away everybody that even knows you, because this was the thought I had. What if you find the town and you find this body for Johan that nobody knows is real? It can never be identified.
Yeah.
It is literal gone. You have
Erasure.
removed yourself.
Complete and true.
That is a genius concept. Like the idea to remove yourself so fully that nobody even knows that you existed.
And that harkens
which was
back.
Wolf's whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was trying to essentially,
I think you just sparked me.
Like
I think you just
forced
sparked me.
suicide almost. Like he's trying to take him out of everything forever.
I think Johan was doing it to Wolf to see if it would work for him. He was a test case. Let's say I remove everybody that knows him. Would this really be viable?
Yeah.
And he's realized it is. Now I can enact mine. Like that just hit me.
That's big.
From something that you said. I think Wolf is literally, and that's a topic that I'm going to come back to, because you brought up how it's the like taking of you said like Frank Bonaparte is like it's the taking of what would you say he was taking like your name,
your whole identity really, just like
taking your feelings and like all that stuff. Like he was trying to like strip things from you.
Yeah.
By the end of this, I feel like all of it had no meaning. It was all just, can I do this?
Yeah.
What will happen? Simple experimentation to experiment and see what fucking happened.
He's just doing like the fucking, like what you do in science class and try to prove a hypothesis.
Like, I don't think any of it meant anything for him. I don't even think there was a goal. I think he just wanted to do it just to be like, look what happened. Wow.
Wait.
What else would happen?
Is this the plan that he hatched when he was 10 years old? The perfect suicide.
Johan?
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's it, because he's going back to like where it all started. Like they escaped the hospital and they escaped, Kinderheim and all that shit. And now he's okay. Yes, I think that's it, because he went and he killed that family that like was going to adopt them, and then
because he killed everybody that ever knew him.
Yeah, he went back to where it all started and was like, I have to get more power in this situation so that I have what I need in order to kill everyone who has ever known me. Yeah,
because So, all right, Pin and Frank Bonaparte and his experimentations. Go away. Yeah, because now I'm all about this.
Yes.
Okay. The idea was, I think he realized, even as a kid, like, someone's gonna know who I was. I will have interacted with somebody.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to build a system. Well, see, I don't know. I think he attempted the perfect suicide at 10 by having Nina shoot him.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he had poisoned the family that knew him. And I think he was like, yeah, I'll literally disappear.
Yeah.
And then Tenma brought him back and he went, shit, that failed. I'm going to have to try a new method. And that's what he's been doing all this time, going like, okay, I was too naive. Let me grow up. Let me figure it out. I'm going to need people. And we know that he'll turn on all of them. So all these people that are in this town killing... But see, these people don't know who the fuck he is.
No, they don't. Like,
Elsa
obviously,
don't know
Franz
him.
Bonaparte lived here for some time, but nobody in town ever talks about the beautiful twins, you know?
Yeah. They don't know who they are.
They might...
Because, well, we'll get there. Well, we're going to get there now. Franz Bonaparte came to this place and wound up staying. He wasn't even from this place.
Yeah.
He literally found a home to try to exist in.
Mm-hmm.
This place has nothing to do with anything. It is outside the realm of all of it. The only tie is Johann just needs to try to find him, should he exist, and this is where he is.
Yeah.
But, contingency plan, let's say he did live here for a long time, he may have told a person or two, and there may be light rumors, so you have to wipe out, you gotta carpet sweep the whole place to make sure no information exists from this, because he happened to have been there.
The pure chance of it, basically.
Because Johann doesn't take chances. He plans for everything. So it's, somebody may have peeped at a notebook when they were 10, and they barely remember it at 40 now, but I gotta get rid of him because that is a vague knowledge of me. I have to get rid of anybody that could know anything that I existed.
But for somebody who's trying to get rid of themselves, he sure ingrained himself in a lot of systems and got pretty well known, you know? He's not just some nobody. I would say he's not some nobody, but he's really doing a lot of work from the shadows and a lot of puppeteering that people don't know about.
But see, you just ruined that for me. What about the fucking rich guy with the library? None of them are being brought to this town.
Exactly.
And he's planning to die here. There's people that know him.
Well, Tenma does, after Nina makes mention of this, Tenma is like, okay, well, I have to call back to Reichwein and tell him and everybody else that knows Johann even a little bit at all, they all need to go into hiding. Yeah. Because it's dangerous. So, I don't know if Ruinheim is Johann's end game, or if he has other people, because maybe he's got other goons out there that he's got hired. We know that he has goons everywhere. I hate that I just said that.
Is it really just to start at the source? The idea is Frank Bonaparte lives here, so I have to start... We're cutting off the head of the serpent.
Maybe.
That's the top. And then we'll work our way down to everyone else.
Is it because Bonaparte is the one that created him?
So he's the one that, like, truly knows him.
Yeah, he's like the nexus of events. He's the guy that, like, spurred everything. So is he going back to the source to say, like, if I cut the problem off here, I cut off my source, and I cut off my end by, ending it.
Yeah.
And fuck all the shit in the middle.
Now I'm not as into the perfect suicide thing, because I'm like, there's so many variables really left out there.
I'm going to stick to the theory that he has people hiding in wait, because he can write a name in a sandbox and people will do his killing for him. So I think that he's got people out there that he's ready to, like, unleash some postcards or something and be like, kill this guy, kill this woman.
Well, because also, who the fuck, we even said last time, who was the guy in number 67 that he shot there at the end? It's like, what do you want me to do for you, y'all? We've never even seen this guy, and he was in his pocket.
Yeah. I feel like there's people like that, little sleeper agents fucking everywhere for him. But how are you going to erase those guys? Do you tell them, like, their final result, their final order is to kill themselves after they do their bidding?
Well, I mean, what's his name did it, right? The guy that was scared of the dolls in the basement, the big dude with the tiny glasses, he wound up killing himself.
I think he's just been programming sleeper agents the whole time. I think it goes deeper than we could even see in the show.
Honestly, guys, because we don't really get the full answer, now I am left with a wonderment, and I do wonder what... I guess I had an idea of the end game, and now I'm wondering if these last three just has a little bit more, because now I'm torn on it again.
Yeah.
Okay. But all right, so Tenma goes to see Lipsky after Nina was like, I know that fool. Yeah. And he's like, where is he? So he goes to him to meet up with him, and he's like, oh, you know Nina? She's like the doll that I have, and I just want her to be happy. You keep her safe. I like her.
Just
man.
happy
She's
endings
really
for
nice.
this one.
So they're talking about, his books
Mm-hmm.
and all that shit. And is it Tenma here that goes, all of these books have one thing in common, but there's one that's different because I know that he was from the Bolivian border or whatever and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he was from German descent,
Yeah.
and all of these names are Czech.
Yes.
But there's one book that's German, and that's the only book with the pen name Klaus Pope.
Yes.
So I think that's your dad's actual name, and Frank Bonaparte is the fake name.
And then
And
at
he
that
goes-
moment,
Yeah,
the little
well,
marionette guy is like, well, there was a weird-ass detective here with typewriter hands, and he actually came to the same conclusion. So,
Yeah, and so I gave him my postcard because it was signed KP, and I was like, yeah, I guess that's Klaus Pope.
Yeah. So now we as the audience are fucking caught up. We realize, okay, so Lunge is on board. He knows who Klaus Pope is. He knows what Ruhenheim
Yep.
means. He's going there to find that guy.
Yeah. So Tenma does all that. He figures that out, and he's all like, where the fuck is a map? I need this Ruhenheim.
Yeah.
And he does find it. I love how everybody finds it from just like South Germany mountains. Boom. There it is.
Yeah.
Found it. And then I think we go back to Lunge.
Before we go back, though, Nina and Nina and Tenma have a moment together. So Nina's talking about him being
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's trying to create he's trying to recreate the massacres that happened at the Red Rose Mansion and at Kinderheim 511.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing in Ruhenheim. And then she tells Tenma, no matter what, you have to come back. You have to live. She turns that phrase back around on him
Yep.
that he gave to her when she was in the throes of madness.
Yeah.
Question for you here. I know that you and I have similar
Mm-hmm.
feelings on when there's a woman and a man in media that are working
Okay.
toward a common goal together.
Okay.
Do you feel like they're trying to shoehorn a little bit of romance here?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I wasn't 100% positive because they are like so like desperate for each other, but in a way that doesn't feel like I need your body. It feels like I need your soul and your comfort.
No.
Like we've shared this experience together and we're tied together no matter what.
I know this is absolutely the wrong media to go into this, but like I feel like Tenma to me would come across as a very like asexual type dude because we discussed how
Okay.
like he never once tried to really even be with Ava. How
Yeah,
I said
that's
like
true.
he just was there because she was like, "You're gonna be my person and you're gonna take care of me." And he was like, "Yeah, okay, you got it."
Yeah, he's like, sure, I'm a doctor. I'm fancy. I'm fun.
He has never really been interested in a woman ever this
Yeah.
whole show. He's never been interested in a man this whole show. He just does not seem to have any interest in romance. He is a pure intellect type person.
Yeah, he's just doctor. That's all he is.
I never considered them being any type of ship at all, period.
Okay, because in that
No.
moment, I saw a glimmer of what might be, and I could see fanfics rising out of that moment, and I was like, I wonder if
Yeah.
this is a thing. I didn't bother to research any of it. I'm sure there's shit out there,
I'm-
but
I thought you were going to say, I think we're on the same line of thought that Nina in jeans equals perfection.
Oh,
And I was going to say yes.
yes,
Because that happens a lot in these last two
she looks so
episodes.
good in jeans.
Okay, no. I'm shooting that down. That's
Okay, good.
Just a big no-no. I say no.
All right.
I think because she was so young when she really met him, because she was
Yeah,
what,
she was 19. I think
Yeah.
it was her 20th birthday or something because she was going to go meet Johan when she turned
Yeah.
20.
I only see that she has respect for that man.
Yeah. It
And
does seem
I don't think
almost
he's-
like father-daughter, but maybe
but
uncle.
for her, because I don't think he sees her as a child.
No.
He doesn't look down at her, but she looks up to him.
Yes.
Totally, hands down.
Yeah.
She has some level of respect. I'll go uncle with you. That sounds good. Well, maybe it could be fatherly because I mean she is an orphan. She didn't really have a father. She just had her
Yeah.
mom.
That's true.
The only family she had died. You know, like that is the closest to family she really has, is Tenma.
Yeah.
So I would agree. She probably does see him that way, and he's just like, that's a girl that I don't want to have a fucked up life, and I want to take care of that. As a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happens. And Ten was like, I gotta go, because I know what this Ruinheim is, and I got to get.
And this is when it starts to rain.
And I think that's when we see Grimmer is waiting at the train station.
Yeah.
Was he gonna head out? I didn't think he was heading out. I thought he was just like wandering about town, and that was the only like
big
coverage
bag with
spot.
him, I don't think.
He did have it. He's always got his big bag with him. 24/7, he got the bag.
We still don't know what's in that fucking bag, do we? His picnic supplies?
No. It's just picnic
God,
that
are
I
we
know
ever
of.
going to find out?
No, probably not.
Shit.
But I think the guy thought he was leaving, because then the guy who like runs the train station, the attendant was like, "Hey, train station's closed, buddy. All the roads are flooded and shit, so we're all stuck here. You're not going to anywhere."
Yeah, no trains
then-
or cars in or out because there is intense rain. And I love the way they draw the rain. It's
Yeah.
so atmospheric, man.
And then we hear a gunshot. Like we keep hearing random, just like one-off
Yeah.
pops. And so Grimmer like hears one, and he like goes, you know, it's beginning. Like here it is.
Mhm.
It's going. They do some like really good character poster art for him in this episode. Like they just draw
Yeah.
him great all the
They
time.
do.
Okay, so gunshots are heard. Yeah, and then I think this is where it might happen in the next one, but basically they're all like, "Oh my god, it's raining so much outside." And the old man's like, "Well, hopefully." Well, we do already know something. So we did cut out Vim's dad is out wandering the town because Vim was offered a gun and disappeared.
Yeah.
And his dad goes wandering around looking for a drink because I just
Yes.
need a drink. I need a drink. And that old couple finds him, and the
Bruh.
fucking old man stands up, wheelchair man stands up and goes, "Oh, are you looking for this? A Smith & Wesson?"
And
A
at this
gun?
moment, I was like, that's Klaus Pope. He's been hiding in plain sight the whole fucking time.
I totally thought that this Frank Bonaparte dude was just gone. So I was like, I don't know who this guy is. I just knew Johan sent him here to stir up a pot. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
I never considered that Frank Bonaparte was here ever.
Man.
Ever. And so that was like a little, like, there's so many tiny, like, we get 30-second scenes frequently
Yeah.
throughout all 22 minutes.
Yeah.
So, like, there's, like, too much
it's
to
a mess.
recount all of it. But it all is needed. It's all necessary. It's all
It is.
crumbs.
Like, so after that little gun scene, the police are, like, this one police officer comes into the hotel cafe back at the Hotel Versteck, and he's like, God, I don't know what's happening in this town anymore. Like, the dog was shot. Old Conrad, the Lincolnberry farmer, is missing. There was a man attacked leaving
Because-
the pub.
Lunge does that. He was walking, and you hear a shot, and he goes, there's another shot. And the dog quit barking.
Yeah.
Is that what just happened? And
Yeah.
he wonders. And then this cop just kind of confirms that to us. So now we know that dog was even shot. Like,
Yes.
people are just getting shot randomly.
Left and right. It's starting to happen, like, with serious frequency. So the police officer's kind of, like, losing his shit. And he's like, and this fucking rain on top of all of it. So
Yeah.
there was another, like, this was kind of a throwaway thing. I don't know if we ever connect the dots on whatever this happened. But, like, he says that there was a man attacked leaving the pub. And he's in serious condition. And if his condition doesn't improve, it may be the town's first ever murder. I don't know if we
think-
saw that happen.
No. I think that was just because he was telling Lunge that at some point, and I think that was just to help further, because he even tells him, like, oh, that was a car backfiring, like, nothing
Yeah.
happens here. I think it was just to further, like, this would be the only time anything's happened, to sell the absolute normity that this town has, that there's never even been a fucking murder.
Yeah.
And now this is happening, so it's to amp it up. It's like the whole, the baby got scared, and Peter Chapek got scared, so you're like, okay, we're starting to see that this thing that's never happened is happening.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
why? You know?
So we're in the hotel, the police officer's complaining, and then old Pope rolls up in his wheelchair and he's like, well, we're outsiders. Are you accusing us? Because the cop's like, it's got to be there's a bunch of new people in town. I don't think it's anybody here. So it's got to be an outsider. So wheelchair man's like, we're outsiders. What do you think about that? And Lunge, I loved this fucking moment. This moment was so good.
It got me. I even rewound it. And it went, nuh-uh. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He looks down at this wheelchair man's shoes and sees that there's dirt and mud on those shoes because he's been fucking standing up and offering guns to all the school children. Mm-hmm. And he makes note of it. And then almost immediately he turns around. He's like, you got mud on your shoes. What's that about? Like, he just confronts him about it. And I love that. And
then that basically ended there. Because
there's a couple one-off shots.
Yeah, because they keep talking, and he points it out, and then like the old couple like they get suspicious, like, oh fuck, he's on to us.
Yeah, and then
they don't really have weapons, so it's not like they
don't
are gonna do anything to him.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Fisticuffs. Yeah. So a few last shots that we see Tenma show up in town. He's like running around in the rain, and I don't know if you noticed this. There's a lot of shots like from far away, both of Tenma and separately of the drunk man. And I feel like they look very similar. Like they both have that stringy black hair and long coat. So I'm wondering if that's going to come into play. I'm just like putting a mental pin in that for later.
Maybe. Okay.
And then we also see a policeman who is driving down this rainy road and he stops for a stalled car. And he's like, hey, what's going on out here?
Yeah.
And the driver of the car, he's like popping the hood, checking things out, and then just turns and fucking blasts this policeman away, shoots him.
Yep.
And then the last thing we see is Lunge. He's like, I'm going to pick up the phone and call for backup or something because he's like talking about the guy's dirty shoes. He's like, I don't like what's going on in this town. And so he picks up the phone and all the phone lines in the city are down.
Yeah.
And that's where the episode ends.
So then we go to 70, the town of Slaughter.
Talk about your fucking dominoes, guy. This is...
Bruh.
We open up on Vim getting the shit kicked in again. Like, just always. He's just absolutely forever getting kicked in the face. It makes me so sad. And we see Vim, like, pull out his gun and kind of stare at it. And we're left to wonder because the opening credits start immediately after that.
Question about the guns.
Yes.
And I think it might only be on his. I don't think it's on every single one.
Okay.
But one of them, like, totally has, like, a star on it.
Oh.
Like, it's almost like a pentagram devil star kind of thing.
Oh, I didn't
Symbol
notice that.
carved into the fucking grip. And I was like, is this now, like, running into, like, straight up kind of cult shit? Like, what's going on? But it was only on one.
Okay. I wonder if it was just meant to be like a brand thing or something.
But then I thought it was going to come into play because I was like, maybe it's on all the ones that the old man's handing out. And that's how we're going to know that the ones that the lottery couple bought don't belong because they show there's plenty with that symbol not on there. So I was like, are we going to like be able to distinguish who is who and what is what based on the symbol that's on their gun?
Yeah, that's
it
interesting.
Didn't really come into play, but I noted
maybe it will. Put a pin in it.
Yeah. There's a lot of pins right now. I'm stepping on them. It hurts. But yeah, so he does pull his thing out. We get the title.
This is when the cops find poor dead Conrad face up in the rain.
Yes. Okay. That, like, you ever think about the fact that we are just meat?
Oh, all the time. Constantly, unfortunately.
Like, the idea that, like, that was a dude that made jam, and then he just is just a wet sack of potatoes out in the rain now.
Yeah. It's really sad.
It really fucking bugs me. That bothers me. Like, that deeply perturbs me.
I think this is probably one of the saddest deaths that we get in this show, because we don't know anything about this guy except for that he was a lingonberry farmer and that he, like, we know his... We learned so much about him in such a short time because we know he has a birthday. We know that he is just the type of guy to just say in the grocery store, like, why don't you play my birthday in the lottery? It's lucky. He's a lucky guy. He's won stuff before using his birthday number. How wholesome is that? He's a
Yeah.
lingonberry farmer. He has all this like wild lingonberry land. He gives his jam to the local hotel to give to their patrons. And when the patrons love it, because they always do, the hotel person is like, hey, here's a picture of Mr. Lingonberry. We played chess in the park together. And
Yeah.
like, we know this guy so deeply, and yet we haven't actually heard him talk at all. Like,
Yeah, like he's just a throwaway.
yeah,
Minor character.
they really make they make you love this guy, and in the same 30
Yeah.
seconds they kill him.
Yeah. So, yeah, the cop finds him out in the rain, and there were two of them, and he's like, hey, I found the guy, like, what's going on? And then he starts panicking because his partner's not there. Then I think he finds his partner dead.
Yes, he runs back to the car, and his partner is fucking just dead there. So he's
Yeah.
gonna radio for help. And somebody
And then
shoots
he gets
him.
dead.
I
Yeah.
guess who the fuck it is?
Buff. Roberto.
Beefcake Roberto is here. He's so slab. Like,
Oh,
what is
yeah.
going on? He trimmed the fuck down. He got
Yeah, he
ripped
did.
for no reason at all.
Well, so I guess before even that, or maybe that does happen first, but then they're out looking for stuff, and Grimmer finds Vim,
Yeah.
and like all the kids are dead.
Yes. Just like bodies of bullies surrounding this little kid.
Yeah.
And he's visibly freaked out. Like, he's got his
Yeah.
gun out, but there's no smoke coming off of it. We didn't hear any gunshots, so we don't really know like what just happened.
True.
And then Grimmer like drops to his knees and does like a scene reminiscent of that poor kid. Who was it? Milos
Yeah,
that was wandering around the red
Milos,
light
yep.
district. Very reminiscent of that scene where he like hugs him, holds him, and is like, "You're fine. Everything's okay. I'm gonna take this gun away from you so you can't hurt yourself." And
then like the kid kind of like comes to, and he's like, "Did I do this? Did
Yeah.
I do this?" And I love that because Grimmer's like, "Nope, I don't smell anything. Nope, all the bullets are here. You definitely didn't do this."
yep,
I didn't do it. Are you sure?
this poor kid. I feel so bad for him.
So he takes him back to the hotel because that's like his home away from home.
Yep.
The old proprietor guy is like, "Oh, Vim, oh my God, you poor little boy. Oh my God, I can't believe you thought you killed people. I love you. You're like such a great little boy."
Mm-hmm.
And Grimmer's like, "Yeah, he really didn't, but like somebody gave him this gun."
Yeah.
And Lunga's like, "It's probably this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Mr. Shoes here." Fucking old Shoes. What are you doing giving the... No. Grimmer fucking jumps his shit, I think.
He does.
Doesn't
he grabs him
get
by the
his
collar and
motherfucking
pushes him up
face?
against the wall. Yeah, he gets
Oh.
real physical with him.
Yeah.
So, and then who I'm at this point believing is Pope, the guy in the wheelchair, he gets like real defensive, and he's like, it was a guy. He came here and he told me to do things. He looked just like our dead grandson. Like, I didn't know how to behave, so I just did whatever he told me to.
Stupid. Oh, he looked like somebody.
Yeah. So while Grimmer has this dude in his grips, the hotel manager turns to him and he's like, "It's me. I'm the one you're after. I'm Klaus Pope." And I pushed back from my desk. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Is that... I remembered Lunge said it to him, I thought. I thought Lunge was all like, "But we're here for you, right?
That might
Klaus
have been it.
Pope, Frank Bonaparte," because then he goes like, and like looks up at the camera, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh fuck, somebody knows who I am.
Yeah. Like they have like a whole exposition moment where like Lunge and Grimmer are both kind of telling Klaus Pope like, "Okay,
Yeah.
we followed the breadcrumbs, we got the postcard, we got your son,
Yep.
like this is where we are in our little investigation, and now we know who you are." And
Yeah.
Grimmer
And then
also reveals
that's when Klaus is like, "Well, this can end. Just let
Yeah.
me go out there and I'm done." And Grimmer says, "Fucking no."
absolutely not. So yeah, Grimmer reveals to Klaus Pope like, "I was at Kinderheim 511 and I think that you need to pay for your sins." What he wants though, he doesn't want him to die. He wants him to live specifically to tell the world what he did. And
Yeah.
he drops this line too that is so hard. He says, "This quiet town is paying in blood for your sins."
Yeah. He's like, you don't realize what you created. Like, you made me.
Yeah.
You probably don't even know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
You've done this to tons of people. And then he says something about, like, how you've done this, but, like, nobody will know. One day I'll die because I don't even know who I am. He's like, I don't even know who I am. I'm going to actually die when the person who knows my name and where I came from dies, which is that fucking kid that he told his life to. That we don't even know where that kid is.
Probably
He
dead.
probably died in 511 Kinderheim.
Yeah.
But that fucked me up, where he was like, if I die here, it doesn't matter, because I actually die when the person who knows my name dies.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, fuck, that's heavy. That's a lot. So he's like, I'm going to protect you, and you're going to fucking tell the world, because I'm fucked up, and nobody believes why it could be this fucked up. You know, I had a wife and my fucking dead kid, and I couldn't feel anything for it. And you should have to tell the world why I can't feel that way.
Yep.
And let the world know the horrible things you've done. And then he's like, I know I'm a horrible man, and I don't know how to atone for the things I've done. Because, where does it come into play? Is it this one? Because there's a part where it's Tenma, right? He's talking to, like, this book guy.
Yeah, that was earlier on.
Or that was before. But that's highly important. Backtrack. Tenma's talking to, like, a book historian.
Yeah, which where the hell was he? I don't even remember at this point.
I don't fucking know. He just showed up at this guy's place, and this guy was like, oh, yeah, all these books, you know, there's, like, way more. Like, you only know, like, a little bit of them. I have every single fucking one. It's phenomenal. Now, see, even though he changed his name, you know, and he would change his art style, the story, the bones, the structure, they always shone through. Something about him shone through. So I always knew that this was all the same man. But there's this one. Ooh, let me show you this one. There's only like 12 copies that ever got printed. So this is literal fucking history. This one exists outside the realm of all of them.
It's called Das Ruinheim.
Yeah. And it's about a thief who snuck into this town to rob the place, but became so enamored with the people, he forgot how to rob and decided to live a quiet life there. It's literally a fucking mirror to what happened to him. He created all this horrible shit, and then he got charmed by that quiet, simple life and grew to love he grew to love something and people.
And we do see him love people in this series of shows too, because he's like you said, he's warm. He's talking to the couple like, oh, write a postcard to your grandchildren. Like, he's the hotelier. Like, he is the dude that is just the open arms welcomer to the town. He's like, I'm here for outsiders. Come on in, sit down, have a cup of tea.
So, like, then he gets shown, and I'm like, well, fuck. Like, he's not even... But that's very reminiscent of the idea that, like, people could, like, serve in the SS and then just go on to live a happy life.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because, like,
you know,
there was a whole thing in Germany where it's like, how are you supposed to live with your neighbor knowing that they did what they did?
Yeah.
Because that still lives inside them. Like, they'll carry that with them forever. That's their sins. And they need to atone for them. It can't be just forgotten what they did.
And then that's the side of Grimmer, which is the whole, you don't get to forget. You have to acknowledge, essentially. This is highly metaphorical of the experience of having served in the Nazi army and then trying to live a normal life later.
Yeah.
Because that was a huge thing, because, you can't know. That was clothing that distinguished you from that. That's easily changeable. But it's the inside of you that you don't know about.
It's like ICE agents today, why they're not showing their faces. Because, like, after this whole regime ends, they're going to have to go back to their lives. And they don't want footage of their faces while they're beating up poor American people.
Yeah. So
it's a lot.
Yeah, so then we know that's actually Klaus Pope now.
Yes.
the owner of the place.
And the guy in the wheelchair is just some nobody that is like a puppet of fucking Johann again.
Yeah. Then I think we jump to
Roberto and Hot Dog Girl fucking. Yep. And I hate it.
Yeah.
We see this dude fuck too much.
Because she even passed by Grimmer at some point and was like, I found the guy. I found my Prince Charming. He said he's going to take me away. And then we find her and she's like, yeah. Why do you always take a shower when you leave? Like, what are you doing? Like, you go outside and then you come back dirty and then you got to take a shower. You've taken like 12 showers today. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just like doing work. Let's bone. Ugh.
I hate this because he literally goes out, does a murder, comes back, showers, fucks, goes out, murders, shower, fuck. Like, it's just like this cycle that he is doing. And I'm like, please stop. I hate it.
Yeah. And so now we know that he's fully back in play. We know he's here. He can't be the only one doing these murders, though, right?
No, I think that there's more people in the town. I feel like he is maybe the leader of them, but there's going to be like several other agents out there doing this work.
There's got to be. And then I don't really know when that happens, but the dad was given his gun and he goes into a bar to get a drink.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, you still owe us for your last tab. You can't have anything here. He's like, but I have money for today's drinks. I can pay for these ones and just not touch that tab. I will give you
money tomorrow for a hamburger on Tuesday.
Yeah. And they send him away still, and he, like, has that gun that the old man gave him, old Mr. Shoes.
Mr. Shoes.
And he starts going like, yeah, maybe I could do something about this. So, like, he makes it pretty far away. Plus, he stands outside the door, and they're all like, what a fucking loser. He beats up his kid and shit. What a fucking fuck.
Yeah.
And so he hears everything the town says about him. He leaves, and then he gets all mad and runs back to go kill them all. And everybody, that bar was full. You're talking 40 people, and they're all fucking dead.
All of them shot dead. Quickly and quietly. I can't...
But he is a drunk.
Yeah.
So could he have just not noticed a submachine gun taking out all these people?
Unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
That could be it. I feel like we're so steeped in like paranoia at this point as the audience. Like the show is pulling the wool over our eyes and being like, who's actually doing the killings? Did the drunk do it and forget? Is he hallucinating? What's going on? We don't really know. Like we haven't seen anybody kill anybody yet.
Nope. Well, we've
weird.
seen it happen, but not the person doing the act.
Yeah.
Roughly, yeah. Except for the cop at the car.
We don't even see who kills him, though.
At the end of the second one. No,
they
but
don't show
we do
his
see.
Face.
No, but we do see a whole person. We never see any whole person pulling the trigger.
Yeah,
until that one, and then we don't again, really.
No.
So now we know that Roberto's in town. He's doing his stuff. We know who Bonaparte is. Grimmer says he's going to publicly expose him. And then lottery couple show up, and they're all like, oh my God, there's like so much shit going on out there, and we just don't know what to do. and it's like all our fault. And so Grimmer and Lunge basically go, this is unrelated to you. Like the fact that you won the lottery, if that didn't happen, all of this would still be going on. You guys are not at the center of this. You guys are literally having your own story just happening at the same time. And they're like, oh, fuck. Well, we have guns, so we can help out, I guess.
So weird. And we also do, in the meantime, check back in on Nina, who is now back with Reichwein. And also Ava is there. So we have like the whole little village that is helping from the outside. They're all together. They're with Reichwein. And then Nina is like, I need to go to Ruinheim because I'm supposed to be there. They get an email from Johann. Johann's like, meet me in Ruinheim, Nina. And she does. Well, she says that she wants to go, and Reichwein is like, you only get to go if you don't take a weapon with you.
And you take this motherfucker.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, and then she goes with Gillen, the criminal psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Psychologist. I don't know.
Cheats on his test in med school. Yeah.
And then we get a really good moment. Okay, so also we get this totally aside. I just needed to like send this to you. We get fucking Dieter draws a little picture of Tenma.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my favorite moments of the whole series so far. It's just the best. I want this
Ava,
tattooed
this
on
looks
my
like
ass.
him, right? No, not really. Oh, come on, it's Tenma. Look at it.
So cute.
It's bad.
I love Dieter, man. It's the best. So then, yeah, Nina leaves.
Oh, bro,
She's,
fucking Dieter, yo. He's like, that cigarette smells really bad. And she goes, well, it's a habit I took up when I quit drinking. Well, I think you should quit fucking smoking, too. I was
I
like,
love that
damn,
moment.
dude. This little kid is harsh.
He is. He don't take no shit from nobody.
Hell no, he don't. He's Dieter.
There's such
Love
a
him.
sad moment when Reichwein and Nina are leaving because, Nina's going to go to Ruinheim and Reichwein's like, you can't let Dieter see you because Dieter's going to fucking go with you.
Oh, yeah.
And she pauses and like looks, she's holding her little parasol, like looking through the window at him in the rain, and it's so sad.
He's like,
And she
that's
has-
enough. That's enough.
Dieter's going to see you. Fucking, what are you doing? Get over here. But it's a sweet moment because we've seen her so often be like, Dieter, I'm sick of your shit. Quit trying to follow me. Quit trying to live in my house with me. I don't like you. And she does like him. She's just been trying to protect him this whole time.
Yeah.
And it's just really, she has a moment too where she's like, I don't want to forget my time with everyone because this whole thing with Johann erasing memories of himself and erasing memories of her is really starting to fuck with her. It's like getting to her at a cellular level at this point.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to forget all the good people here. Like I have a lot of bad memories, especially knowing that I was being bred to be a military weapon. Like I have a ton of bad shit inside of me, but I don't want to forget the good stuff. And I think that is also a huge...
Which is Dieter's lesson that he taught her.
Yes, exactly. Like, yes, there's bad stuff in the past, but we can start now and make good memories going forward.
Yeah. We can always have an ice cream montage.
Yes.
You know? So then I think we get probably one of the hardest scenes in the whole fucking show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the lottery people show up, and they know that this Roberto guy, well, they don't know that it is Roberto, but they know that a guy is pulling the strings on all the shootings from a hotel down the street.
Yes.
From the Burbach hotel. And they're like, I mean, we think that that's where he is. And so Lone Guy's like, well, I'm going to go confront this guy. I want to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I got to find out. I'm going to borrow these 2 guns. I'll be back. And I have never really liked Lunge. And I likey Lunge like this. It was great.
Yes.
He fucking was going hard. He shows up to that hotel. Roberto has killed the front desk clerk, who's still just sitting slumped in the chair. And he's like sneaking in really good. And then there's this dude who's like pretending to be a shot at patron of the city.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God, I've been hurt. I just need help. And he's like, well, show me your hands. And he pulls out a gun and he fucking shoots him just blam right in the shoulder. And then he walks right over. And man,
I love this so much.
he straight up goes, where's the guy in charge? And the guy's just like staring at him all mean. And he sticks the barrel of that fucking rifle in his mouth and turns his head and goes, where's the guy in charge?
That was so hard.
And I just love
oh
that.
my God.
Just that bloody finger just points up. And I was really hoping Lunge would just go and just fucking blast him. But he's not a kill. Oh, no, wait a minute.
We skipped the scene where he met Tenma in the rain.
Tenma.
Oh my
Exactly,
God. This is
because
one of
I was
the
about to say,
best.
this is my line.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Talk about it.
So, yeah. Tenma did finally show up in town.
So he comes like crashing through the fucking woods. Like, I guess he's ran here. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't fucking know. That's why I was like, where's a map?
I know, yeah.
What are we doing?
And then also a dying man is like crawling through the streets and just is like, Tenma, come here. I have to tell you the plot of everything that's happened in this town so far. And he does.
Yeah.
Catches him up. Like, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, dying man.
And then, so Lunge was talking to somebody about how he came up to the idea that he needed to come to Ruinheim and stuff. He's telling Grimmer when when they talk about how they got here, and he's all like, well, yeah, I didn't really figure all this out. I became Franz Bonaparte. I lived in a delusion because Grimmer's like, you have to admit that Johan's fucking real now, right? Like, you do realize this. And he goes, no, he's a fabrication.
And I got so mad.
Which is true.
I guess
Johan is not real. That's why he's trying to, like, eradicate. Like, I feel like Lunge was taking it. He's taking it to, like, this technical, like, surreal level. Like, yes, the man of Johan, that meat sack of a person, will be here and does exist.
Yeah.
But the idea of Johan is a fabrication. That's what I think he meant. I think he's going way too fucking smart on us right there.
Yeah, that's a whole cerebral moment that in the moment I was like, you have to admit Johan is real. I need this.
I know. And he was like, but I just lived in the delusion. And when I lived in the delusion, it all led me here. And that's how I figured it out, because reality would not have led me here.
And then Grimmer also in that moment, he's like, I'm a fabrication too when you put it that way.
Yeah, see?
Because
and that's why I was like, that it wasn't the fact of that man. It was the idea of him. Because he's like, well, I'm a fabrication.
Yeah.
Because there is no Grimmer. I'm not even Normeyer or whatever the other name was. He goes, I'm nobody.
Yeah.
Grimmer is but he didn't mean me, the human. He meant me, Grimmer.
The concept of me.
Him, Johan. Those are fabrications. They aren't real.
Yes.
The people are real. So that happens. And then fucking Tenma's coming into town to go to Versteg. Lunge's going to whatever, and they fucking just lock eyes.
Ooh.
And Lunge goes, Dr. Tenma. And then reality comes crashing back in.
There's like the most intense camera moment in the whole show.
Oh,
because we're running behind Tenma. No, we're running in front of Tenma. Like, we're seeing Tenma's face as he's running through the town. And then the camera, like, you see him see Lunge and his eyes get huge. And the camera, as that's happening, swivels around behind him like it's on a fucking dolly zoom or something.
Oh, yeah.
And then we get to see Lunge. And then it, like, pans back to the whole view of the entire street. And we're in, like, this fisheye angle.
Yep.
And we're seeing, like, oh, my God, Tenma on one side and Lunge on the other one. They're finally meeting together again. Oh, that was a moment.
Love that shit when he just goes, because he's talking about the fabrications, living in a delusion, and then he goes, and then my reality comes back. And he's all like, well, before he leaves, he tells Grimmer, he's like, Grimmer, whatever your name is, when this is all over, I think I'd like to buy you a beer. And he goes, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Because Grimmer was talking about what you should be able to have in life. And he's like, you should be able to taste beer. You should be able to live your life. You should be able to enjoy a beer after coming home from work. You should be able to feel sadness when your child fucking dies. You should be able to love and feel happiness when all these... And he's just naming his life and his moments. Mm-hmm. And that's why Lunge's like, you know what? I will buy you that beer to enjoy. Because I'm a cool guy now. But so they meet, reality comes crashing in, and he's like, he basically was like, you're my reality now. We've all figured this out. I realize that you are here to do something, and I'm off to do something too. And they just kind of like pass, and he doesn't even say it to him. But he whispers to himself, he's like, Dr. Tenma, I'm sorry.
Yep.
So then you know that he knows.
Yes.
You know he knows. Then he goes into the hotel, and he's, barreling that dude in the mouth. And then he goes upstairs, and he's doing so fucking awesome with like, sorry, dude. You don't slowly open a door that creaky. Everyone's going to hear that shit. You fucking open that shit fast. You get in there. Yeah, exactly. But so he's just like creeping in there. And then I don't even remember what happens.
We're in episode 71 at this point, because...
No. Oh, yeah. Are we? No.
Yeah, we are.
He decided to leave and go. And that's when... Oh, yeah. So then Tenma arrives on foot. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so now we've moved into the Magnificent Steiner's Rage 71.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we see Grimmer. He's tying up the old couple upstairs, and Lotto Man is, like, barricading the hotel. They all want to, like... help defend the hotel. And like, that's basically where Tenma's like, you guys lock it down here. I'm going to go help the town. So old Klaus Pope is like, I'm going to help you defend the hotel. I'm going to like go downstairs with you and shoot and do stuff. And Grimmer's like, no, you need to live through this so that you can tell the whole world what you've done.
And I tied up the old couple because they are the only witnesses and like fucking testimony that we're going to have about this.
Yes.
They got to live, and I can't trust them to not leave and go fuck all this up. So they're getting tied up.
And
so we can use them later.
He also leaves Vim up there with Klaus Pope. He's like, don't worry, Vim. I've got a great friend. His name is the Magnificent Steiner, and he's on his way. So Tenma's rounding up all the people in town and being like, hey, run into the woods. That's the one way you can escape, which I guess is the way Tenma came in.
Yeah.
So he's guiding them all to the woods. This is when Lunge finds Hot Dog Girl, and she's crying, and he handles it extremely poorly. He points a fucking gun at her face. It's like, why are you crying? Who are you? And she's, you know.
The guy was killing people, and I ran away.
Yeah, but there was a guy. His name was Roberto. He's really ripped, and he's killing everybody, and also we're having a lot of sex. It's a whole moment.
Yeah.
And that's when Lunge and Tenma meet each other, because Tenma is like, I can't deal with this right now. Take Hot Dog Girl back to the hotel. I'm going to go do my thing.
And she was horrible.
She was horrible. She ended up not being able to get back to the hotel. She's just like, I can't focus. There's too many people. There's like dead bodies everywhere. I just have to sit down.
Which, by the way, there's mad dead bodies everywhere. I mean, we're talking, the streets are littered with people just dead
everywhere. So that is when Lunge goes to get Roberto in the hotel room, does that whole moment with the guy like turning his head. And then Tenma, meanwhile, hears a man who's like mourning his wife, and he's holding his baby.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
This scene was a lot.
It was. The dude's like, give me your gun, Tenma. I'm going to go like kill the bad people that did this. And Tenma has another little like, revenge bad speech. It's like, don't do that. Your wife would want you to do that. Yeah. So
the way they drew that guy's tears were phenomenal. I bought that whole scene immensely.
Yes. Very good.
And the voice acting too. A lot of people's cries in these. Whoa. Phenomenal. Yeah. Great. Really, really good.
Super good. So then Tenma gets back to the hotel because he wants to drop off the man and the baby. And then we, as the camera, go back to the hotel. The lottery man is there, and who's he with? He's with Grimmer. He and Grimmer are talking.
Yeah. They're on the downstairs at the window.
Yes. And Grimmer's like, hey, you weren't responsible for all this shit. Isn't that great? And the lottery man is like, you know what? It is great. And it's cool to just live a normal life. Everything's going to be fine. I'm going to go tell my wife. And he like takes one fucking step, and reminiscent of that other, who was that dude that Grimmer was with when he got shot through the window? Sook. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Very reminiscent of like the whole scene with Sook. He gets shot and goes down, and Grimmer's like, fuck, and has to like go over and like pull him over.
Yeah.
And
then he's like, you stay here. I'm going to go check on the people upstairs. So then he runs upstairs. Lottery wife is all shot, and she's like, fuck, they killed the other two people. And the old couple, Mr. Shoes and his fake wife, fucking super dead.
Yeah.
Like, just toppled over in the chair, shot to shit. Because people, they're not just, like, shooting in. They are submachining in.
Yes.
Like, they are just peppering this building.
Yeah. I guess, like you said, that was, like, an indication of the firepower they were going to be up against.
Yeah. And it's all coming from the building across the street.
Mm-hmm.
So Klaus Pope's got Vim, and he's like, I can go out there and stop this. And he's like, I fucking told you to sit down. I'll take care of this. Yeah, they go down to the cellar, and he's all like, hey, kid, I told you, I have a friend that will take care of this whenever all this happens. And then we get, like, another retelling of the story of the Magnificent Steiner and the show that I used to watch. And you see him get ripped away from the TV.
And he never got to see the last episode.
Yeah. And then Klaus goes, when we did the experiments, we did have some people that would, like, in extreme bouts of anger or anxiety or some strong emotion would lose themselves in another person.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, most of those people, they all grew up to kill themselves.
Yeah.
And it is a miracle that you have not done that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, yeah, because I'm Grimmer, bitch. I'm the best.
Grimmer goes outside and has a fucking like powder moment where he shouts at the sky and it's just like, come fucking get me.
Powder moment. He does, because he's like, I'm going to like reason with him, but also I'll be fine because I'll just fucking transform at the last second.
He has a line here too that is Grimmer and his lines, dude. He yells at the people like, don't just follow orders. You're men, not machines. Are you brave enough to look inside yourselves
and do what's right?
Ugh!
Yeah. And he's just standing there in the rain, and then some wet hotel slippers come walking up, and
It's Hot Dog Girl.
it's Hot Dog Girl, and she's like, I made my way back. I wasn't scared anymore. And then the slow like eye widening turn. He's trying to say like, don't come out here, and then boom, bullet to the neck. Instant death for Hot Dog Girl.
It's so sad the way they do it in slow-mo, because like we see the bullet go through her neck and the line, the like spurt of blood come out the other side, and she's so like happy running to him, and as she falls, that smile is still on her face, and then like slowly fades as she gets closer to the ground. It's terrible.
Then we Hulk out, baby.
Oh yeah.
Grimmer goes, and he just fucking goes nuts.
Yes.
So, Tenma had told a group of people to go out that forest path.
Mm-hmm.
They run into Nina, and Nina's like, are you from fucking Ruinheim? And they're like, yeah, this guy just told us to come out here. He's some Japanese guy. It's pretty cool and shit. And she's like, oh, it's fucking Tenma. I gotta go. So she takes off, and then Gillen's like, hey, my car's up there. Just fucking get out of here and go to a hospital and tell everybody you know what's happening here.
Yeah.
We need to know. And they're like, you can't go in there. There's people dying in there. You crazy. And he's like, there is a guy in there that I love, and I will save him. He's like, my friend is in there, and I'm going to help him any way I can. And into the fire he fucking goes. Good old Gillen.
Good old Gillen.
So then Tenma's walking around trying to find stuff. I mean, there's quite a big commotion. He gets back to Hotel Versteg, and a dude just comes flying out the window. Whoa!
That was
with
so
the most
crazy.
Thump
I had
sound.
no idea what was happening in that moment. And I think, too, Tenma looked at it and he was like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, no, he's like, this dude just got thrown out of a window? The fuck?
And you could see him calculating in his head. Maybe I just projected this onto him, but you could see him, like, his doctor wheels turning, being like, can I save this guy? No, he's dead.
No. So then he goes in there. He's like, okay, something's probably bad. So, like, you find, like, the top room, and he's like, all right, I'm going to bust in here. Pow! He busts in there, and Grimmer's just, like, sitting in the chair, and he's like, oh, hey. What's up, Tenma? Whew. That was a lot of hard work getting rid of these 4 guys. And he's like, oh, Magnificent Steiner took over again? And he's like, no. That was all me. I just, I didn't like what they were doing, and I took care of it this time. Didn't really need him. And then he was like, I've always wondered, like, how that episode ended. You know? Because he was always alone. Like, he'd always turn into this monster guy. But what about the guy? He was always left alone with the aftermath, you know, and all this stuff. I think he just was looking to become human again. And so he's kind of realizing this the whole time. And then I think Klaus Pope and Vim come in, and they're just like watching him give this fucking beautiful monologue.
Yeah.
Because
I wrote down his little speech if you want to hear it again.
Sure, man. And he's like straight up shot like right in the fucking abdomen here.
Yeah. And
I
Tenma,
mean, he is bleeding out.
Tenma looks at him and recognizes, like, okay, that's a kill shot. I can't do anything about that. And with what I have here in this time. And Grimmer also, just at this moment, he's like, oh, I have a letter. This is from Lunge. He found it at the Red Rose Mansion.
Yeah.
So, like, that's going to come up later, I'm sure. We don't learn anything about it in this moment.
Yeah, here you go. It's probably could have stopped this show like 60 shows ago, but here you go.
And then he tells Temma, he's like, hey, when the rain lets up, we should take Vim on a picnic. And we'll get some nice wine and some old cheese.
Cheese.
And then he starts crying. And I hate it when Grimmer cries.
Especially now.
Yeah. So he says, I'm crying. It's not because I feel my life fading away. I'm crying for my son. You can't just erase people's feelings. I hate this next line. He says, it's as if my emotions were lost somewhere hundreds of miles away, as if they were sent long ago in a letter that was always intended for me. This is what true sadness feels like. It feels a lot like happiness. I think I figured out how the show must have ended. The Magnificent Steiner probably became human again. That's his last book of words.
Died, dude.
Died.
Fucking gone. And that little kid, even Klaus
Yeah.
Pope is losing it because
They're
he's getting
both
to see firsthand the
weeping.
damage. Because I think he even said, like, how do I atone for my sins?
Yeah, he's like whispering as he's sobbing. He's like, what have I done? What have I done?
Yeah.
Like he's seeing firsthand the effect that he had on this man and the effect that man had on the people in this room. Like it's only Klaus Pope, Vim, and Tenma in this room. And Tenma is like as upset as Tenma allows himself to be, which is not very upset. But he's putting on his brave doctor face. Klaus Pope and Vim are really like the surrogate for the audience in this moment because Vim is sobbing. Like the voice actor for that one.
Oh, yeah.
I hated
Crushed
it. It was so fucking good. So sad.
It.
And that is where we left off for this swath of monster.
It was awesome. Because it's like all coming to a head. And I thought I had it figured out. And Kelsey ruined that. Because now I think I still don't know.
And I'm also still not knowing. Like I don't remember what happens from here on out. The lottery couple was the last thing I remembered. I didn't know that Grimmer was going to show back up and die.
How do you not remember that? He's the greatest guy alive.
I don't know, man. I really was just like, I need to finish watching this show when I was watching it the first time.
You probably like saw a body fly out of the window and went like, whatever, and like passed out of it.
Haley
and just, like,
Steinfeld
missed
again.
the whole thing. Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
you missed the whole monologue and then woke up and went like, where'd that one guy go? Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
So, I will admit I was trying to read some things, like what people think about it.
Okay.
And everybody's thing is they all say it's a build up to no payoff. So
Okay.
I'm like, but isn't that kind of the idea?
I vaguely remember the end.
Like,
I can't
feel
remember.
like I'm not going to be so let down.
I hope
mean,
it won't be let down.
I don't think it's going to be climaxy. I don't think we're going to get like a grand showdown or anything like absolutely nuts. I think it ends like a quiet jam farmer in the fucking nothingness. Like it's just going to happen and it blows by.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I even told you because I was like, how amazing would that have been if Tenma literally died getting hit by that car like 6 shows ago?
That would have been fucking. That would have been so wild.
Because it would have been so normal.
Mm-hmm.
Because these are all just people. I think the show is doing pretty good with plot armor. I don't think anybody has straight up plot armor.
Except
I
maybe
could
Dieter.
see any of these people disappearing at a moment's notice.
Yeah. I do
and
wonder,
it would
like,
feel valid.
I wonder how many characters we've seen for the last time. Like, Reichwein and Dieter did not come to Ruinheim. Are we going to see them again?
I don't know. I don't know if this ends in this town, if it ends with an epilogue.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I want. I really don't know what I want.
That's a good question, though. Like, what do we want at this point? What would be a 10 out of 10 ending for you? Can we define that?
Because really, the idea of the perfect suicide means Tenma gets no innocent saving grace. The only way he does is by proving Johan is real. Which is why we're keeping all these people around where it's like, you need to go into hiding so that we can prove it. So I guess like Tenma could still be proven innocent. To me, the 10 out of 10, and it sounds so stupid though, but I feel like that's the only way this really makes sense, is that Johan dies, he's going to die, and none of it goes to his plan.
Yeah.
Like, Nina and all them are like still there, and they like can prove that he had no power or something, and it's like this idea that he was trying to pull all the strings, but at the end of the day, he was still just a kid. He was still just this person. He was never this grand thing. Just really crush him down at the last minute.
Yeah, for it to end kind of on a note of like normalcy, like you said, you know, like maybe he kills himself or maybe Nina shoots him. And it turns out that they all just like...
Yeah, because it's not going to be Ava.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be
happen.
Ava at this point. I think she's...
But I don't need that. I don't need it now. Like, she was all happy with Dieter, and I'm like, you know what? You're cool enough. I like you now.
I think
Because I knew you were
me-
willing to do it.
Yes, yeah. Really, her redemption arc, I think, concluded.
I'm good with her. All right, so for you...
So for me, I don't want Tenma to kill... I don't want him to kill Johan. Because I want him to, like, uphold his Hippocratic oath. You know, I want him to do no harm. Because his whole thing so far has been do no harm. I would like to see Nina, who is the true chosen one, the super soldier, I would like to see her kill Johan.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I would also like to see Johan kill himself. Maybe in front of Nina. I don't know.
Okay.
But what I definitely want is at the end, everything is normal. Like, Tenma goes back to being a doctor. Everyone is exonerated of their crimes. They're able to, like, document and prove, like, here's everything that happened, police.
Yeah.
None of us are guilty. And then everyone lives with Reichwein in their little apartment, and they all have multicultural meals together.
This is so standard, but this is like the way it was for me now. I think about this movie way too fucking much for nobody to really remember it. Do you remember the like little mini series had Sam Neill in it, the guy from Jurassic Park, where he was Merlin? It's called Merlin. Do you remember that?
I remember that it was a thing. I never watched it.
I think about it very frequently because it had the most nothing burger ending, but it was so right. So the whole thing, who's the lady villain, like Madame LeFay or whatever? Isn't that
That
the
sounds
name?
right.
Of like,
Yeah, Morgan Le Fay.
Morgan Le Fay. She's like the bad in like the whole show, right?
Yeah.
And literally at the end, all Merlin does is say, I don't acknowledge you. I don't believe in you. And he just turns around, and that drives her crazy, and she's screaming, and it's all like crazy and chaotic, but she literally fades away because she just needs the power that you give her.
Yeah.
So I almost want them to go, no, we've already forgotten you. And he is alive, but forgotten, and it just kills his soul almost.
That would be good for him to have an ego death before a physical death.
Yes. So that's my thing. I kind of want them to be like, you do realize, like, you're not even Johan. You literally are nobody. You have nothing.
Because he's already kind of having that moment, having learned that Nina is the chosen one.
That's why I'm playing that up now, because what you said last time.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I kind of want them to, like, forget him. And, I mean, that's the thing they do. They did with Freddy Krueger. You just pretend he's not there, and, like, that's the big ending. But that's so normal.
Yeah.
It's not really climactic. It's a simple taking of power away. Johan has power because everybody buys into his power.
Yeah.
So if you just go like, actually, you don't control my thoughts. You don't have influence on me. That's the biggest fucking hit you can give this guy.
Yeah.
And that's what I want him to do. And then maybe that's what drives him to go, maybe I really wasn't anything. And then he dies.
Yeah.
And then we get your happy ending kind of thing. But it has to be an ice cream montage with
God,
the
yes.
Puppeteer Man.
I do need a really good happy ending ice cream montage.
Like, they have to... Nina has to go back to the Puppeteer Man. They hang out. Tenma's still a doctor. And Dieter becomes a professional soccer player.
Hell yeah, I love that.
Yep, that's it right there. So, okay. Oh, Ruinheim, episode fucking 1 of this, ending immediately changed to, like the Johann kid in the book eating the last monster and standing there alone.
Yes. Oh, and there's also a moment within the show where Lunge is like, this is just like the picture book, and he connects the plot to the picture book, The Nameless Monster.
Yeah, you dumb fuck. That's what we're doing here, man. It's the name of the show. God, you take too long, Lunge.
Right. Like, that was another moment where, like,
But yeah.
again, we are ahead of him, but he finally connected the dots on that, and I was like, good for you, man. Like, now
Okay.
we're all on the same page.
Is Lunge dead? Not like asking you, but like, we didn't really finish what happened when he went in there.
We didn't. So he's going to have a showdown with Roberto, because
Do we
that's where he
need
was
him to be
headed.
alive for us to be happy too? Like, because he
I would
does
like
have
to
that
see
granddaughter
him retire from detective work and go be with his family. But
and
I don't
actually
think that
take vacation.
I don't think he deserves them, to be honest. Like, I think that ship has sailed.
What if it's just this? You see him typing, and he goes, "You know what? It's just a hand now," and he just like relaxes his hand, and you're like, "Oh wow, he let it go." Or he goes, "You know what?" And he takes it off and goes, "No, don't need this robotic hand anymore." Really throw it for a loop right there at the end.
He's holding his granddaughter and just typing on her back.
Cause I'm done with him now. Like he's like forgiven
Yeah.
Tenma. Well, okay, he has apologized to Tenma, so I feel like if he goes, he's earned it now.
Yeah.
That like he did finally show up for Tenma, and it could be like, yeah, Lunge pursued him, but he wound up giving his life for him later, and I could be okay with that. I could be okay if Lunge doesn't come out of this. I don't need him.
I don't
for this
need
to be
him for the
okay.
happy ending. I need Raikkonen and that whole clan. Like, they need to survive.
And I do need Pope to out everything.
Yes, I
which
would
then
love...
kills all the people trying to replicate all this, because people are going to go, oh, well, we know about this kind of thing now.
Yeah.
And it, like, tackles down the Czech secret police that are trying to do it and all that shit. And maybe we find one more batch of kids and get them home to their families or something. That could be nice.
Because the experiments are still going on at the Red Rose, right? Like, everything is still kind of... There's little pockets of it still existing.
Yeah. And that could, like, fully defeat it now.
Yes.
But people are so, like, lackluster. I'm wondering if, like, we get, like, where it's just like, yep, Johann died. And then just goes to the end.
The head of the snake and it's gone.
Yeah.
And so, like,
and then we know nothing about anybody from then on. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's never going to be the end of Full Metal. That's all I know. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But I am very into it. I have 3 more. We have 3 more. Depending on how good it is, I might rewatch them several times. I really live in it.
Okay.
We'll see, because I'm going to be watching them soon, though.
I encourage you to take notes.
So
I'm going to be taking notes.
this is it. The second to last one. Next week,
Yes.
guys, it is all monster all day.
I don't even know how long we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's always so much to say.
Yeah. It's very solemn right now in the YMBToAP lands. I think we should just prepare ourselves. You guys prepare yourselves. Go catch up if you haven't been watching it. I think we go get ready for
Yeah.
this finale.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. If you love this episode, please tell a friend. Word of mouth is the best way we can get the good YMBToAP into brand new ears. We release weekly every Monday, but not every Monster Monday. We got one more of those left, guys. One more Monster Monday. So we're going to release weekly every Monday. To what? What's the next thing? Have you guys been thinking about if you like this and what you want to see next, maybe?
Yeah.
We're planning stuff, maybe. But I want to know what you guys might want to see next. So if you really like this, you got to let us know. Maybe we'll do a poll in the Discord, which you can go join, and then you can join in that poll. Link to that is in the show notes. Just go to that page. It's right there. It's a little button. You just click it. You hop right in. And we do polls like that with our with our people all the time. I would like to know if you guys did enjoy this. We might have to get some metrics on it, see if we want to do it some more. But I had a fun time. I do think we started this in April.
This has been a solid 6 months of YMBToAP.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. This show has been I can't believe I've been watching the show for 6 months.
I know.
It feels like a part of my life these days. What am I going to do when it's over?
I don't know what to do when it's over. It feels weird to say goodbye to it because we've watched it so metered out like this. Like, it feels like it's...
Well, because you've watched it and you hated it. And now I feel like you don't want to let it go.
No, I don't.
I need more Monster.
I need it. I'm looking at buying the mangas. Like, I need it in my life.
I know. Like, I'm just going to get you, like, a collage of all the ugliest characters drawn up. And you can just have it on your wall. But for real, let us know what you guys think of Monster if you guys are watching it with us. I want to know if you guys are into buying that James Bond game for $300, because I know you're not, because nobody is. You shouldn't be doing it. I don't advise it. And I want to know, what are you guys' like favorite long board games? Because one of the longest I've played now is Empire Builder, and I'm kind of into it. If you guys have played it, let me know what you think about it. And we just love you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with us through 6 months of Monster, indulging this ride with us, being a part of it. It was so much fun to do with you guys. We just love that you're here. Love all the things you do. Happy that you want to hear us do this kind of thing. You guys are the best.
Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Please check him out on YouTube. And as always, thank you for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Are we going to get our ice cream montage?
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
I love that Ismail reacted the perfect way that I thought it should have been reacted to. Just like, oh my God.
It's one of those things that just started coming out of my mouth and I couldn't stop it.
I know. I saw that you said, well, I committed and I just went for it.
Immediately regretted it.